La donna è nobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero. Sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, in pianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è nobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero. E di pensiero. E di pensiero.
Welcome to the Whatever Dating Talk podcast, coming to you live from Santa Barbara, California, every Sunday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific, sometimes 7:30 p.m. Pacific. I'm your host, Brian Atlas. I'm joined by my co-host, Kiki. She's a bit shy. So, a few quick announcements before the show begins. First off, R.I.P. Greg Plitt. He passed away Tuesday, January 17th. I don't know if you see him back there along the picture frame gang, but R.I.P. Greg Plitt. Okay, so this channel is, by the way, sorry for the late start, guys. We had something like 4 or 5 people flake. So Keeko didn't flake though.
No, I did not.
No, she did not. Welcome back, Keeko. We were gonna have Hensley. I don't know if you remember Hensley.
I do remember Hensley.
She was gonna be on tonight, but she bailed, unfortunately.
Aww.
She got married. Oh, I was gonna save that for the next time she comes on the show.
To a beautiful wife.
To a woman.
Yeah.
That was surprising to me.
How was that surprising when she came on the podcast
Well,
to
she
only
was-
talk about how she wanted to use and show men how they are terrible beings?
She was last.
And surprising that she
Okay,
makes
maybe you're
a
right.
woman.
Come to think of it, you might be onto something.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, this channel is viewer supported. I make nearly nothing from ad revenue, so please consider sending a super chat. Throughout the show, I will read super chats $10 and up. You can ask a question for me or for the girls. All super chats will be displayed in stream overlay. We also have channel memberships, Patreon, merch. We've been gone for months, guys. So we've gone for a month. So re-up your membership, guys. To become a channel member, hit that join button below. We have 6 different tiers of support, a ton of perks. If you become a member or gift subs, we will shout you out. You can also see all the super chat and membership gifting triggers in the description. Guys, we are also live on Twitch right now. Do me a favor, guys. Pull up another tab. Go to twitch.tv/whatever. Drop us a follow and a Prime sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to a Twitch account. And every month you can sub totally free on Twitch. Takes 1-2 minutes to set up. Quick, free, easy way to support the show. While I'm at it, shout out to Asharth. Shout out to Joshy8. Thank you to Addy Gaming. Thank you to Sam for the follow immediately. Thank you. And then we have Remnant. Thank you. And then Louis. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Can you bring it back, Carson, to the window tab? By the way, we have Carson's filling in for Eric today. Carson's joined the team, so he's on the 1s and 2s. This is his first time, guys, so no F's in the chat for Eric. There's going to be W's in the chat for Carson. So, guys, yeah, this is our Instagram. Give us a follow, and if you want to help out with the show or be on the show, shoot us a DM at whatever. We're looking for just, some various help, talent coordinator, studio hand, help with timestamps, if you can edit, do clips, shorts, etc. Anyways, that's it. So without further ado, we're going to have the guests introduce themselves. So please tell us your name, age, occupation, and/or school major. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Keeko. I'm 22. I'm a bartender, and I'm a sociology major at UCSB.
Hello, I'm Jordan. I am 20, and I am a waitress.
Hi, my name is Day. I go to UC Santa Barbara, and I'm studying and doing research in biology.
Hi, I'm Damiana. I'm 22. I'm a bartender, and I'm not currently in school.
I'm Tara. I'm a senior at UCSB studying philosophy and psychology and doing research in psych.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm 28, and I'm a YouTuber, baby.
Don't forget TikToker.
Instagrammer. I advocate for men's mental health.
You look familiar.
Oh, you've seen her.
I thought it was just maybe I don't know. I was just tripping.
Okay. Good times. Good times. All right, guys, everyone's Instagrams are in the description. Show them some love. Give them a follow. And so we're going to go around the table once more. So what is your current relationship status, your longest relationship, and are you on any dating apps that does include seeking, it's not seeking arrangements anymore, seeking. So go ahead.
I am single right now. My longest relationship was like 2.5 years, and I'm on Hinge.
When was your last relationship?
I've been single since like about April, March.
Okay.
I am currently in a relationship. It's our 2-year anniversary is tomorrow, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I'm currently single. My longest relationship was about 6 years. For some parts of that, we weren't together, but yeah, 6 years.
I am single. I am on Hinge, and my longest relationship was almost 4 years, and we were engaged. Yes.
I'm Tara. I'm single. My longest relationship was a year, and I'm not on any dating apps.
I'm single. My longest relationship was 6 years, and I hate dating
Devon
apps.
Jackson super chatted $50. Wish I could be here for the whole show. Gotta knock out early. Here's to a good show. I already know Keeko about to cap for a few hours straight when I watch this back. Protecting at all costs.
Thank you, Davon Jackson. By the way, that's our new TTS. I forgot to mention that. We have TTS enabled. It's 50 and up if you want TTS, so we can hear it. And obviously, we'll pull the super chat back up when we do super chats. Hey, Davon, man, thank you for the big $50 super chat. Good to see you, man. Okay, so a lot of you said you were single, right? Just you. You have a boyfriend, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And remind me, how long were you? Are you
2 years now.
2 years. Okay. So, of those of you who said you were single, are you truly single?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on. Come on.
100%.
Come on.
I'm literally
Truly-
100% single. Yes.
But are you talking to a guy right now? Are you hooking up with?
No, I'm not hooking up with anybody. Talking, literally, maybe this guy started messaging like yesterday. Probably will stop by tomorrow. Like.
Oh, is it the guy that you showed me who was shit talking you?
What's his name? Adrian. No.
Okay, he might be in the chat right now.
I would honestly be surprised if he's not.
What would he have to do in the chat to get because he was talking shit to you because he saw the show, but then he was like trying to hit on you too, right?
Yeah.
What would he have to do to get a date with you?
Fly me out to the UK, that's where he lives, and then give me a 2-week stay so I can travel a part of Europe, and then take me around. That's the way he can make it up to me for harassing me for 2 months straight.
Oh, Okay, he's been harassing you. Good times. Good times. By the way, guys, if any women want to be on the show, we are looking for new. Yeah, you'll get some. Okay, so what about you?
I just go on dates. Sorry. I just go on dates.
When's the last time you were on a date? That's a good question. Yeah, when's the last time you were on a date?
I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago. I'm on Hinge and Tinder, and I let men court me and take me out.
You let men court you and take you out? Yeah. Have you ever courted a guy?
I mean, I guess I've like shot my shot, but I've never been like, I'm taking you out here.
Yeah, that's
Be ready by 8. Like, no.
Okay. And when was your last date? What is a date anyway? I mean,
I don't.
It's hard to define
Let's
nowadays,
say-
I feel like.
Let's say the last time you met up with a guy one-on-one, first time meeting.
Since before the pandemic.
Co-
I swear to God.
Come on.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I am like
Whoa,
on
whoa,
everything.
whoa. Wait, okay, before the pandemic?
Yes.
But you were in a...
I started dating my ex-boyfriend like a couple months before the pandemic hit. We were together until March of this past year, and I haven't gone on a real date since then. No.
Since March of 2022.
I went on dates with my ex-boyfriend when we were together, but since a first date with a stranger, no, I haven't done that since before the pandemic.
Since before the pandemic.
Like 2019.
And you and your boyfriend broke up in March.
Yes.
This most recent March.
Yes.
Okay, so you've
Like,
been...
we went on dates.
Have you been celibate?
No.
Well, I mean, that's kind of... It counts. That's like a date.
So you're sleeping around, no dates.
Yeah, well, I was sleeping with girls, and I wasn't really interested in dates.
You've only slept with girls since you're...
I have slept with one man.
1 man. Okay.
Yes.
One time or multiple times?
Multiple times.
Okay. But no longer.
No,
Why did he kind of dump you?
he didn't.
Oh.
That's a great
Oops.
assumption.
Okay. My bad. Okay. So some girls. You seeing any girls currently, or
No.
No girls. Well, you two are roommates, so I want you guys to rat on each other. If one of
I'm
them,
dead.
if one of them caps,
Am I lying?
No.
if anybody's cap,
He's like,
okay.
no.
But so your last date you said was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And there seems to be some discrepancy between a date, but then you can also you can hook up with a guy and it not be considered a date.
I genuinely think a date is anything where one person plans something. It could be a picnic, it can be going out to dinner, a movie, anything where somebody is putting in effort and inviting you to come and enjoy you as their company. That's a date to me.
Okay. So could you, for example, let's say a guy said, come over at
No.
10 p.m. I'm not saying you
Absolutely
would,
not.
but would you consider that to be a date if you
No.
did go over? Have you guys ever done that though?
Yes, of course.
The come over. Okay. But okay, so for you, you're single,
Yes.
kind of,
Kind of.
allegedly.
I mean, I talk to people, but I'm definitely single.
When's the last time you went on a date?
I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on your definition of a date. I could say last week, or I could say a few months ago. I mean, the last time I went out on a date with someone, the way that you were describing it, they invite you somewhere, you do something. I mean, probably a month or two.
What's the
Okay.
other definition of a date?
Like a hookup.
Oh.
I don't agree with either of
That's
those.
why it's called a hookup, though. That's not a date.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what you're talking
To
about.
me, a
but
date
no, a
has to be
date, a
more
few months
structured.
for sure.
Yeah, if a guy's not asking you out, hey, let's go out to eat, or I picked you out a dress, it's not a date. If he's just fucking you, you're you're basically ran through.
Okay,
Sorry.
definitely not a date. Wrong definition. But yeah, I would say a few months since an actual date.
Okay.
Yes.
Tara?
Is the question last time you went on a date?
Yeah. Or did a hookup, we'll say.
I went on a first date last week.
That's it?
Yeah, he's definitely watching right now.
Oh, he's watching?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Was there a subsequent date, or it's just been one?
I saw him again after, he came, he lives far away. He's in Ventura, so it's kind of a distance,
Wait.
so it's hard to see each other. What's
Did you
up?
talk about this dude last time?
Nope.
Is this the server dude or whatever?
No, it's not the bartender.
She's like, it's a new one.
What is up with you and dating men that don't live within a 30 minute?
It's not my preference. I don't know. It just happened like that.
What? But why date someone so far? Ventura's guys, Ventura's 45 minutes away. 45 minutes away.
Damn.
Well,
That's
That's not
I
that
don't know.
far.
You're gonna commute 45 minutes to see a
yeah.
guy.
Well, I mean,
He's worth it.
things are different now because I totaled my car. So
Oh, no.
Even more
yeah, I take the bus to work and everything.
even more reason to not date someone who
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. But I was, yeah, I guess. I mean, I would if he's willing to drive to see me. I don't know what the problem is.
Okay. All right. What about you, Tay? What about you?
So I actually don't do hookups. I don't believe in that stuff at all. The last person I messed around with was my ex, so yeah.
Okay.
Not much with me, so.
All right.
Next.
Good times. Good times. Okay. So question. I don't know why I'm pausing to build suspense. It's not even a good question. What are your base standards?
What am I what?
Base standards for a guy.
My base standards.
Base standards.
So for me to go on a date
It could
with
be.
them?
It could be physical. It could be personality. It could be character.
For me to go on a date with them? Is that what the
Or
question
just
is?
in general.
Well,
What are you looking for in a guy?
I suppose, yes, for a date, but I mean, for someone that you would partner with.
I don't know, because I'm not looking to partner with anyone right now.
Why?
Because I was in a relationship majority of my college, a lot of the last few years of my life. I haven't learned how to be single and be alone. And I need to work on myself and rectifying some things I have going on before I start giving attention to another person.
Okay.
So that's why I'm not really going on dates and stuff.
Are you on the dating app right now?
I'm on Hinge.
Hold on. So you're on Hinge, but you're not trying to date right now? Explain
Because
that.
I'm thinking, like, I don't know. I'm confused. It's okay to be confused about certain things in life. Like, damn, this podcast acts like you have to have everything lined up in your life. Well, just because, like, yeah, maybe might want to go out and, like, experience some things, you know, but I don't think right now I am ready for, and also I've never even met anybody from a dating app. Like, I've had these dating apps for years, and I've never actually met anybody. Like, the only person I've ever met from a dating app is because he came into my job and was like, oh, hey, we matched on Tinder. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay, we probably never would have met if you didn't just come to my job and see me, you know?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's your definition of healing? Because you said healing, but then you said you were hooking up with a whole bunch of people. So.
I never said I was hooking up with a whole bunch of people.
So
I said
you
one
said,
person.
You said girls and then one guy.
Yeah, so
if you're-
2 girls
if you're
and 1
healing,
guy since March.
If you're healing, so what are you doing to heal? I'm just asking.
I said not healing, but I said I have to work on some stuff. Like, so for a moment, I was in between houses and stuff. I didn't think there was a reason to be dating if I'm in between homes and stuff. 2, it's just, I want to learn how to be single. I've been in a relationship since I was basically 16 years old, hopping to the next person, the next person, the next person. I want to give myself some time because I know right now I couldn't probably love somebody the way they want to be loved. So I don't even want to put somebody else in that position.
Got you. Again, you missed my question. What are you doing exactly to heal?
I'm not trying to heal.
Okay.
Is the point I'm trying to make.
Okay. Wait, your base standards for a guy. Because
I don't know, because I guess my base standards is I would expect somebody to have a job, have a car, and do something, like have some type of physical activity that they do besides their job, not just like they go to work and then they sit at home all day after. Like either if they like to go to the gym or like to go hiking or something of the sorts, and a strong family relationship. Because I don't really have one, so it's important for me if I have a family that the other side can help with that.
Okay. So you said they got to be physically active. They got to have
physically active in a way that it's shown that if you just sit inside, you just go to work and just fucking loathe after, you're not going to be a truly functioning member of society. So it doesn't have to be like they have to be a gym rat, like super fit or anything. I'm just saying like they have some hobby besides like hopefully not just gaming all day or something.
Oh, gaming. Oh, okay.
They could game if they want, but they have their like, you know.
I might actually have a guy for you. Carson, can I have you pull up? It's an Instagram tab on over here. It should already be in the browser. Just look for one of the Instagram tabs. It's should be a picture of a dude. It's his profile of a dude. Oh wait, F11.
Oh, hell no.
Scroll down. Yeah. Wait. Scroll back up. Okay, that's good. Scroll down just a tid. What do you think about, like, we'll go around the table on this. Oh, I don't know.
Did this person consent to have their profile on here?
Bro, what's with the buzzkill over here? Okay.
Well, I don't want to roast somebody who's like just a random person.
Oh my God.
That's a valid point.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Oh.
So around the table, what do you guys think about this guy? Like, would you date him?
He's not my personal type. I wouldn't picture us coming into contact into a form where a date would ever be the end thing. I don't ever see us having I don't know.
I'm good.
What would you date?
Absolutely not.
Carson, you can scroll down a little bit on that. What about you? Would you date him?
Personally, not my type, but there's somebody for everybody.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not really my type, but I see how he could be like funny, and he seems like he has a big personality. I'm sure he's there for somebody. Not
Tara?
No. Probably not. But my guess, sorry to ruin your bit, but my guess is like you're gonna like tell us that this guy's actually like ultra billionaire YouTube champion of the like video game champion of the world or something.
Carson, you can scroll
I
up.
don't know. I feel like that's what you're gonna.
Is
Is
this
this like your
It
brother?
doesn't matter. The subscriber count doesn't change what he
Tay?
looks like.
I love white boys, but like colored-eyed white boys. So no offense, not fully my type. Just being honest.
Gotcha. Carson, scroll all the way up. Okay, so this guy's his name's Asmongold. He's a Twitch streamer. He's got 100K followers on Instagram, but on Twitch he's big. He's one of the top streamers on Twitch. I think he's probably making several $1 million a year, millionaire several times over. So yeah, nobody, rich, good dude. You should see his last girlfriend. She had, so no go for any of you.
No, thank you.
Super successful, makes money.
Money doesn't change it for me, at least.
Maybe.
I gotta be attracted to you.
He's a really cool guy too. He's like a nice guy.
I feel like it's hard to say I would or wouldn't date someone just based off of their profile,
I gotta
what they
see
look
and
like.
meet
Like,
him.
I mean, yeah, if he had a super dope personality and he's a cool
Made me
guy,
laugh.
yeah.
It'd be different.
Okay. No go.
I think personality.
He
is
has a
obviously-
car. He has a car. He has a
Ooh,
job.
That's a plus nowadays for sure.
Oh, the bar is on. The bar is in hell. The bar is in
No,
hell.
it's sad. There's so many guys that don't have car. Like I don't.
You'd only date him now because he has a car? Dang.
No.
Car
So
is just
I mean,
but-
I agree with you in the
lot
sense
of
that
guys just-
I don't want to date a girl that doesn't have a car.
Yeah.
I feel like for me at least. What?
Am I like undateable now that
No,
I
your car's
totaled
just
my
broken.
car?
It's okay. It's okay.
It's just the
We'll
biggest
get it
turn off,
fixed.
huh?
Well, I mean,
Girls don't have
I think
cars.
guys probably care about it less, but for me, I'm just lazy. I don't want to be your chauffeur.
Yeah.
I don't want to drive
So-
you around everywhere.
I can. There's trains.
Oh,
there's
hide
buses.
it. Hide it.
$50.
Carson, hide it.
My sprinkler goes like this. And comes back like here. And don't you just hate it when your cat wakes you up like this? Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, but by the way, for Carson, for the TTS stuff, 50 and up, you just let it do TTS. You don't have to show the super chat, but we will pull it back up. Joel Taggart, thank you, man, appreciate it. Okay, so Asmongold, no go. Okay, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate, but yeah. So okay.
Okay, hold on. Stop.
Yeah, what's up?
How can the British Patriot literally say gold digger alert when none of us were even changing our answers? That makes no fucking sense. That was actually dumb as hell.
I didn't even see that comment.
Well, I did.
Well, thank you for pointing it out, Keeko. That was good.
You're welcome.
Carson, can I have you pull up? There's a TikTok tab open. We're gonna react to that. And you will not play the video. Okay, so let's see. You might need to hide us just so I can read it really quick. Carson, in the sources tab, do you see where it says GH5 Center? Click the eyeball really quick just to hide us. Perfect. All right, so this is a TikTok. I saw this girl. For some reason, my TikTok is mostly Asian women in Canada for some reason. I don't know why.
That's what you like.
Apparently.
The algorithm.
The algorithm.
No lie.
Anyways, the shorties, we're not going to play the video, but there's not much else to it. The shorties who have to lie about their heights on dating apps, y'all can sit this one out. And then the description, too many 5'11s capping on Hinge right now. And Carson, can you just hit the eyeball again on the GH5? Other one. Hide the other one. There you go. All right. So do you guys think it's wrong if a guy doesn't hide, if a guy lies about his height on a dating app?
It's just weird as fuck because if your point is to meet people off the dating app, what are you gonna do? It's like, I think it's weird as hell. I have friends who overly edit like their photos and use like Face app and all this stuff. I'm like, what do you do when you meet a dude like or somebody in person and they can't even recognize you damn near? Or like you're saying you're 6 foot and you walk up to me and you're shorter than me or something. Like, it's not even that big of a deal, but now it is because you're lying off rip already. Like, that's just weird.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I just would want them to be honest. I would hate to date a short guy.
Whoa.
There you go.
Wild.
That TikTok
Wait,
sound.
okay, you would hate to date a short guy?
Yeah. Not about the short kings.
How tall are you?
I'm just 5'5", but my
What-
boyfriend's like 6'2", so I've got a type here.
That's an exaggeration.
Okay, so you're 5'5", your boyfriend's 6'2". Do you have a bare minimum height?
Like 6 foot.
6 feet, bare minimum?
Yeah.
And we'll go around on this really quick, and then we'll also get your reaction to the TikTok. So, height, bare minimum height,
For a man or woman.
man.
I used to always say my height, but I did have ran into issues where I really don't care, but I like to wear platform shoes. I like to have big chunky shoes on all the time, and they do start getting their feelings hurt sometimes when I'm taller than them on the daily, and I just don't want to deal with that. I don't really care. I can give a shit less how tall they are.
So your height or taller?
Yeah.
Or,
I wouldn't.
okay.
I don't think I would be too into a man who's like 5 foot or something. That's a little crazy. I'm 5'7", bro. Like
And how tall are you?
5'7".
Oh, 5'7". Okay. So is somebody shaking the table right now? It feels like there's
I'm
an.
sorry.
It feels
Yeah,
like there's
Two ADHD.
Can somebody? Can you guys just deep breath
I need
in?
like a nicotine break.
Oh. Okay. What about you? So first, just react to the TikTok. Do you have a? Would it be wrong for a guy to lie about his height on a dating app? And just how tall are you? And do you have a height preference?
I think that it would be weird for you to lie on a dating app because I would think it's weird for you to lie on a dating app because I'm going to meet you in person. And I honestly do not care about height. It would be cool if the guy I was dating is taller than me, but I also date women and I don't care.
How tall are you?
5'5".
Okay. Got it. And you've had a boyfriend before, correct?
Yes.
How tall was he?
He was 6 foot.
Have you had other boyfriends too?
No.
Just the one boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
And wait, going back to you, how tall was your last boyfriend?
Like 5'8".
Okay.
Maybe a half on there.
And you said your boyfriend's 6'2", correct?
Yeah.
What about any previous boyfriends, or is this your first relationship?
No, I've had a previous boyfriend.
How tall was he?
He was like 5'8".
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
That was way back then.
Sure.
So.
I think it's kind of weird to be lying about that, but I mean, if it's only an inch or two off, if you're saying you're 6 foot and you're 5'11", I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's weird, but I can see how for some women it really is the difference between if I'm going to swipe on you or not, whether you say you're 5'11" or 6 foot. I would definitely prefer to date a guy who's like 6 foot, but I'm 5'4", I'm short. My ex that I was with for 4 years, he was 5'7", and it was fine. We made it work, so I don't.
Okay.
I don't think
So
it's that big of a deal.
is your standard just your height or taller?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. Well, I mean, maybe like 5'7" and taller. I don't want you to be like that.
Okay, so 3 inches or taller.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And so, okay, you're 5'4", your last boyfriend, you said he was 6 feet, correct?
No. I mean,
no,
that's
sorry,
what my
your
preference
ex was
is. But
5'7". Okay.
Yeah, and he was short, and people said it all the time that we looked the same height, but I don't really care that much.
Okay.
I noticed it when people pointed it out, but.
Okay, but you do think it's wrong if a guy were to lie about his height on a dating app?
I mean,
if it's
like
small,
if it's like an inch or two, yeah, I really don't see the big deal.
What if it's like 5'11" to 6'1"?
I mean, you should just say 6 foot.
What's
I
the
feel
point
like,
in
yeah, why
lying?
6? Why? Yeah, I think it's stupid, but
Well, I'll get to that.
I guess I wouldn't judge you super. I might make fun of you if I realized that, but I don't think it would be like an end all be all for me. Like, oh, you lied about 2 fucking inches. You're out of here. Like, no,
Sure.
I don't. Well, yeah, okay, wait, and maybe another side. I don't know.
Okay, Tara.
I don't think I have a strong opinion. I don't know. I don't think it's wrong. Yeah, I don't think it's wrong. But I feel like, but I know that I do care though
sorry,
about height.
sorry.
Honestly.
You care about height, okay.
Yeah, not like a ton, but my minimum is probably like 5'10", maybe.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would you think it's a red flag if he lied, or you just like don't care?
Well, I'm not on dating apps, so it's not something that would affect me. That's one of the that's not the reason I'm not on dating apps, but like a big reason I don't use dating apps is because I always think it's important to see how you connect with them in person. Otherwise, like, it doesn't really matter.
But they lied to you, like, before they even met you. Would that bother you or no?
Yeah, no, that totally would. I like recently had there was a guy I just went on that like first date with. I found out like lied to me about his age, which I feel like is super suspicious and like concerning. So yeah, that's like my even itself.
Can you
like,
specify the age? Like, what did he say his age was and what it actually is?
I was thinking maybe he was like 21, but then he tells me on his first date that he's 25.
Did he say he was 21, or did you assume he was 21?
I assumed he was like probably 21.
So you never knew his age?
I never knew his age.
He didn't
no,
lie.
No, he does
know.
lie. We're getting there.
Okay.
So I assumed he was like 21, and then we went on this first date, and then he told me he was 25, and then I he comes into town. I see him like downtown a couple days ago, and he tells he like meets my friends. My friends ask him like, how old are you? And he's like, how old do you want me to be? Like, he's really drunk or whatever. And I was like, hi, he's 25. And he's like, no, I'm 23. And I was like, oh, you're 23? Like, he told me you were 25. And he's like, no, I'm actually 21. Like jokingly lying about his age, but like straight up told my friends when I think he's 23. I think he's 23.
Do you still just
but
not know?
Told, I honestly don't know for sure how old he is, but he told me on our date he was 25. And I was like, I think I asked him later, I was like, why did you lie to me about your age? And he was like, I thought like I would seem cooler to you or something.
Didn't think we have to ID our dates now.
I know.
Apparently.
So that
No,
was
you can lie about your age on Tinder
suspicious.
and stuff. It's crazy.
Wait, so okay, question about the age. So initially he told you 21, correct?
No. Initially, that was in my head. Like, he kind of looked that age. I was like, okay, maybe that's what he is. What he told me on our first date was, I am 25. And then he tells my friends when he meets them that he's 23. And I think he's actually 23. And told me that he was 25
so
because he wanted to seem
okay,
older.
so he lied up.
Yeah, he like, yeah. He lied up, yeah.
I don't know. I can't imagine you would have felt any differently if he was 2 years older than 20.
Yeah, I kind of
feel
I feel better knowing that he's like 23, because the older guy is, I feel like I would have higher expectations of maybe where he is in his life and whether he like uses his time wisely and is on like a, so I like probably would have preferred it knowing he was 23 based on where he is in life, I guess.
All right. And
but anyways, that was like nearly a deal breaker, because how am I ever that's such a like suspicious thing to do. How can I literally ever trust like anything else like this person says?
What's that called when people just lie? There's not really a purpose. They just do it to do it.
Pathological liar.
Yeah, that just like, what's the? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Why he would do that? And
I mean, he told me it's because he thought it would make him seem cooler to me.
I mean, it's already kind of a yikes.
Yeah. I know.
It's already a yikes, but
the fact
okay,
he admitted that is really embarrassing.
I don't know. Yeah.
So are you still seeing him or no? It's done.
I think that was definitely a red flag, and he was also drunk, and like seeing someone, I don't know. Yeah, there were just other like red flags that came up. I don't know.
Is this the Ventura guy?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, the guy that you just went on a date with. Am I missing something?
Yeah. No, you're not missing anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about you? What's your reaction to the
I
clip?
agree with the rest of the ladies. I don't like people that lie to me, especially in the beginning stages. That's a tough one because I feel like women lie on dating apps as well. So I don't know. But yeah, I can't do the lying at all. Just be honest. If you're 5'11", 5'8", whatever, I'm cool with that. But just be straight up from the jump, because I'm not going to put myself as a white girl. You see me, I'm black. Come on.
Oh, I thought I was about to quit because you said I'm a white girl.
No.
I was like, are you sure? No. You got the opposite of whatever Michael Jackson had? Is that a thing? Can you have the opposite?
No.
I don't think so.
Vitiligo the other way?
No.
Okay.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Okay. All right. Wait, so okay, but just no. And then as far as height goes, what's your height and heights of last boyfriend?
I'm 5'8", and I think all my boyfriends were like, only had two. We're both 5'11". So,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it. So kind of one of the reasons I asked this, and it was just interesting. Actually, Carson, can you pull back up the TikTok clip really quick if it's so here's the thing, right? So, okay, she's talking about dudes capping on Hinge, lying about their heights on dating apps. I want you guys to look closely, though. So this is on TikTok, right? Look at her face. That's a full face of makeup and a filter. So
It's like what she was saying.
Catfishing.
I'm sure she's an attractive woman without all that, but and we obviously don't have her dating app profiles. Maybe all her photos on the dating app are no makeup, no filter. Although from my experience being on the dating apps, it's typically not the exception. It's the rule that most of the photos on there, most women are using filters and makeup, full face of makeup. Not full face, but... And so to me, it's just kind of interesting because you often hear complaints from women saying, guys are lying about their height, guys are lying about their height. Yet, these very same women, Exhibit A, are misrepresenting their facial features, their physical appearance, they're using filters, they're photoshopping, they're fucking all this shit. And it's just like, so I'm thinking, listen, just for equality or whatever the fuck, I think dudes should start lying about their age on dating apps.
Their age?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I'm like, I know you.
My bad.
I was like, no,
I got
no.
Tara. Sorry, guys should
I don't
start
like that
lying
take.
about their height. Sorry, Tara's little thing about the age thing threw me off there. I got my wires crossed. Yeah, I think dudes should start lying about their height on dating apps.
Or we just all start being more real on dating apps.
You think makeup is a lie?
Makeup is 100% a lie.
No.
I mean,
I get filters, but makeup's a stretch.
I feel like if you wear a full face of makeup every day, what's the problem with putting pictures on your dating app where you're wearing makeup? That's how you present yourself every day. The filters and Photoshop's different.
I'm sorry, but if a man cannot tell that I don't naturally have golden shimmery eyelids and red lipstick,
Yes.
I feel like that's his issue, not mine.
But I really do like her point though. Like if a girl is like, yeah, besides the filters and the editing and stuff, makeup, if that's how she presents herself every single day in and day out, how is that not the woman that he's getting? It'll be different if this girl is dressed like a bum 360 days a year, and like 5 days she puts on the makeup, and those are 5 days she has a picture on her profiles. That'd be a little different, but that's her day-to-day look. That's her
how you
day-to-day
look.
look.
That's how you look.
How can you tell her nobody else? How can you tell her she don't look like that?
Well, I mean,
And also, makeup helps enhance things that are. It depends also what kind of makeup. Are we talking like full like drag queen beat, or like there's difference in between makeups that can change your features? Not all makeup completely changes your features. Sometimes it just makes whatever lighting from a photo that would mess up your features back to normal.
I can ask you a question. So you've never in your life seen a girl completely different without makeup? I have. I used to do makeup.
That's why I said there's a
Yeah,
difference between like
'cause-
the drag queen, like, you know, layers of makeup versus like the more natural.
I understand where he's coming from because I wear makeup, but I do think that it is kind of like, because a lot of girls don't look the same without it. And if you can't live in your natural self and you're sitting out here judging people for their height and things like that, you're not even living in your natural beauty. And not just you guys, and just in general. So I understand exactly where he's coming from with that.
And I get that too, but then also a rebuttal to that is those girls who are doing the full beat down, like the kind of drag queeny makeup, are probably going to attract men who like that, who like women who do that. The men who like natural women aren't going to go for the ones who are wearing that drag queen beat. And I can guarantee, like she said, if they don't know that they can't, you could usually see, you could see that that's not what they look like. You could see all that makeup on their face. It's not like, you know, you're not being bamboozled. Like,
well, I think
I
think you underestimate how naive some men can be in terms of the ways in which women will enhance their appearance through makeup and filters and these sorts of things. Let me come back to what you said, then I'll address what you said, but can you scoot your microphone to your right? There you go. Perfect. That's good. So you said, can you remind me what you said?
Yeah, I said that I feel like if you normally wear a full face of makeup every day, not every day, but most of the time, then I don't see the problem with making those your pictures.
Okay, so my response to that would be, well, do those same women wear the makeup to sleep, to bed?
No, but when
Okay,
I mean,
so
they're wearing them when they're around people.
But within the context of a romantic relationship,
Okay.
at some point you guys are going to spend the night. You're going to see your girl without makeup. So it is a bit of a mirage in a sort of way. And the other thing I would add to that too is, why are people attracted to physical beauty? What's one reason why? I know it's a bit nuanced.
Yeah.
Because it's a good indicator for health
Well,
and fertility.
yes,
One
but
answer.
but for
Say
example,
it just catches your eye.
for example, if you had the choice to have children with someone who is very attractive and children with someone who was not attractive, you would want to pair with someone who's physically attractive,
Right.
so that your children are physically attractive, because we know physical attractiveness gives you certain benefits and privileges throughout your life.
Well, my thing with that is that makeup only covers up so much. I mean, if you, like, I don't know. I feel like someone who's pretty and wears just some makeup to enhance it, I mean, you can still probably tell that they're a naturally pretty person.
I mean,
no, or
I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of these before and after. I don't know if you've seen some before and after photos, but
it's like
I can see that.
You're saying, I get what the point you said earlier about I'm not recognizing how like naive some men could be to like makeup. Like honestly, I can maybe a few percent wouldn't agree, but almost everyone's makeup here in this room, if we were to take it off, we would all look damn near the same. The men mostly would not be able to tell a difference. I'm not going to do it, so don't fucking ask me. But the thing is like,
I said, don't
fucking ask me.
I got some Neutrogena.
You think I do my makeup for 30 minutes to be here to wear for an hour and take it off? You're out of your damn mind. Anyways, back to my point. Yes, men could be naive, but most men can see when you're wearing that much makeup. Like if you're wearing makeup to transform your face, unless you are freaking Ariel or the Kardashians makeup artist, you're gonna see that powder on their face, especially when you meet them in person. You're gonna see the layers. It becomes to a point where it looks wrong. They call it birthday makeup. You know, that's what the thing is, birthday makeup. Like, I get it, I get your point, but a little bit of makeup, come on, like.
Someone wrote this in the comments, so I can't take credit for it, but they asked a fair question, which was, if you don't think makeup significantly enhances your attractiveness, then why wear it?
I didn't say that. I said it does enhance yourself. I said it enhances my natural features, which is why I do it, because it makes me feel better about myself, more put together. When I look in the mirror, I look like, okay, like I look like I'm about to start my day. I look a little bit more awake, not like I look like a completely different person. That's not what I'm saying.
If makeup didn't have any sort of benefit to your appearance, women just wouldn't wear it.
Did I not say? Are you guys skipping past the word enhance?
But you're saying like, but
like,
but in terms of selecting a partner, both men and women look to physical attractiveness to determine like, oh, I want to meet this person. So you are essentially misrepresenting your actual appearance, or if you want to use enhancing, you are to a degree. That's not what you actually look like.
But my overall point, like how you said how men could be so naive to makeup, not just me, majority of us here would look, most men, they could be like, oh, maybe she looks a little bit tired or she looks a little bit less flushed in the cheeks. They're not going to notice a vast difference. I'm telling you this because of how often it happens to me from men telling me, oh, I didn't even know you were wearing makeup now, or that you were making this time. Unless I'm wearing sparkly shit on my eyes and a red lip, they usually can't tell.
See, but look, the difference from you and other women is you might look pretty without makeup. There's a dozen other women that we've seen that hasn't. And like you said, you've been with women. I've been with women before, and they take their makeup off and look completely different. I have concealer on, so I'm fine with taking my makeup off, but there's a lot of girls who don't look the same. So I understand exactly why men want women to live in their natural beauty, because they love themselves and look at themselves that way. Whether you want to believe it or not, I know dozens of women who wear makeup and are insecure as hell.
So
the point of like makeup, it does enhance
everywhere.
beauty, and it does make a lot of girls more prettier, and some girls don't even look good without it.
That's my overarching point, though, is like those women who don't look pretty without the makeup, one, either aren't going to look still pretty with the makeup, or they're doing a shit ton of makeup to look good. So the guys who don't like natural women aren't going to go after them, is my overall point. Leave those beat down faces for the men who like the beat down faces, and the natural beauties for the men who like the natural beauties.
Sure. Okay, well, I mean, we could probably go back and forth on the makeup thing for a little bit. But the other point I was going to make is, and I think this is, me personally, I think the makeup example is similar to the height lying thing, but I can take it a step further. I think a bigger faux pas is using filters on a dating app. So, I mean, I pulled up Facebook dating right now, and I'm looking, I mean, like,
that's a thing.
First photo, filter, you can't even see your nose, basically. Makeup, let me see. Oh, I'm not going to show that one. Let's see. Oh, I should be showing these. Okay, well, for the age range on this is fucking stuff.
Oh, shit.
Okay, I mean, filter, right?
Yeah, I feel like using filtered photos on a dating profile is probably equivalent to lying about your height, you know, because
I agree.
And like, that's not just, like you could,
I just
would probably say it's just, it's like impractical for whoever's doing it, because you're going to see them in person. But I could totally see how like a guy who is like really charming, great personality, but is like trying to meet someone on a dating app, wants to like lie about his height, because if that like makes a difference to a girl like going to see if going on a first date with him or not, and then he, you know, woos her over with his like humor, but like he wouldn't have gotten the chance to like show her his personality beforehand. Like that makes sense.
Carson, can you hit the on the sources tab in StreamYard, hit the eyeball for it's StreamYard, just the eye. StreamYard. Nope, that's SL alerts. StreamYard, one down. Yeah.
I'm literally not saying shit to Tara at all. Like, how am I trying to run her over? Like,
what?
Oh my God, they can't let it go from that last podcast. Like, let it fucking go.
So
move forward with your life.
When it comes to using the filters on the dating apps, I would honestly say, of the girls I see on Hinge, Facebook dating, whatever, like 50% or more are using filters on their photos. I mean, and their first photo too. I mean, and that's like, okay, that's the hook, right? So it's pretty disingenuous, I think, to lie about your physical appearance, which, I mean, both men and women care about pretty substantially, but men typically are not lying about their facial. Men
I know
don't
a lot
really
of
wear
men
makeup.
who use filters too.
I agree with the filter.
There are men that wear filters.
Facetune, face app stuff. I think that's out.
Yeah.
Can I ask about all the time? Filters that morph your face? Like that's just
I don't even use them on regular.
But makeup cannot physically make your nose small. It cannot make your lips huge.
It
cannot
angles,
make like filters. Filters physically will make your lips bigger. Filters will make your eyes bigger. They'll like literally change you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's all I had to say.
You definitely lost your point with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, filters are bad, but I guess what I'm just trying to say is I think guys should start lying about their height. That's all I'm saying.
Then don't be mad when they come up to the date and get clowned or laughed at. That's when you can't be upset then.
Yeah.
Short king, supreme, whatever. But if you lie about your height and then show up to a date and you get clowned, can you be upset?
Can the guy clown y'all?
I don't think that's not fair. I don't think it's ever okay for a girl to like clown a guy. What are you talking about?
If I think it's the same way vice versa. If a girl puts on her profile that she only weighs 110 pounds and then she shows up and he's 300 pounds, I think
it's okay to laugh at her and clown her. I don't think it's ever okay to clown someone.
That is not okay. If you are hiding who you truly are to get somebody to meet you in person, they can respond anyway. You can't choose how somebody's going to respond to you lying to them. It'll be different if they were straightforward. You know what I mean? Then that's totally wrong. I'm not saying people should slide up on their stuff and insult them, or I'm not saying any of that's right. But if you lie to me, make it seem like one way and when it's another, and you show up and it's not, you can't say how I can react to that.
How would you handle if he was 6? Okay, he said he was 6 foot and he came to you, he was 5'8" or 5'7". You're gonna scream at him and yell at him?
Me personally, I wouldn't. I would just be like, really, dude, like.
So you would say something?
I would, because I'm 5'7" and I'm gonna be wearing heels probably, so I'm probably gonna be 5'9". So if you say you're 6 feet and I show up and I'm almost half a head taller than you, come on, bro, that's weird as hell. And I have on my profile, I have my height on all my profiles, so you see that I'm 5'7.5", and you still chose to lie and then show up to the date knowing you're shorter than me, and didn't get no stilts.
He was trying to get the hook. He was trying to get the hook in the same way that women wear makeup to get the hook on the guy.
Yeah, that is the exact same thing.
Can I say one thing then? How it could be a little different then? Maybe if he lies on his profile, right? We're talking for a minute, we're getting to meet each other, and then he wants to take me out on a date or whatever. Maybe tell me beforehand, hey, I'm sorry, it's something I'm insecure with. I did lie a little bit about my height. I hope it's not a big deal. But to completely blindside me and not say nothing until we're in person, that's crazy. I'm supposed to just skate past that? Like, I'm not looking down at you? Come on. That's insane.
Just kind of going back to something you said previously, you mentioned weight.
Yes.
It is interesting that on dating apps, there's, for Tinder, actually, I'm not sure about Tinder. I haven't been on Tinder in a while. Bumble, Hinge, Facebook dating, a lot of these other dating apps, there's a dedicated height field where you can actually put in your height, yet...
Wouldn't it be like
there's no weight
crazy
field.
if there was a weight?
Why isn't there a weight
women?
field?
That would be.
Women should.
I think there is on some dating apps.
No, there's not a weight field.
I remember.
There's
Dude,
no
are
weight
you
field.
kidding me? Like there is no way.
There's no weight field.
Like in this America, that would like ever happen.
Yo.
Or maybe it was her. It might
Which
have
is
been a
so
lesbian one, actually.
Effed
I feel like
up,
the reason
actually,
why height is in like Hinge and stuff is because that you cannot like see in pictures. pictures, but like somebody's weight you would be able to see in the picture.
Man.
I don't know about
I
that
mean,
one.
if they're like
That's
lying
a
and
good
using
point.
hella old pictures, but for me, that's my logical thinking.
Yo, have you ever seen like the fucking the MySpace angles like fucking up here?
I think the reason why it could be
It's only showing their
different,
face.
kind
Showing
of
their
what her
face.
point is, but not exactly. I think the reason why maybe they don't include weight is like 5'5" is 5'5", 5'7" is 5'7". 130 pounds can look very different on everyone. Even if they're both 5'2" women, can carry 130 pounds so vastly differently. Whereas both 5'2" women, they're both 5'2" at the end of the day. That's not changing. So
Okay, how about your waist circumference measurement, which is actually a really good indicator of
like you mean like,
physical
like my
health.
waist, my
BMI?
hips, and all that?
Yeah, like if you had to put your like if
Your
you're saying
measurements in?
Yeah, like if you're saying
like
like
most
that's
people
not
don't
equivalent.
do
Boob
that.
size?
They,
Like,
like,
what if
men,
you had to
if
put
I
your,
put
like-
my if I put on my app my bust is 33, my waist is 25, my ass is 40, they're gonna look at that and have no idea what
But
that is.
also,
That is true.
Most
and
women,
I got no idea what any of that shit
that
means.
means stuff to women, but no. If a man said his waist is 33 inches, I'm gonna be like, okay.
but her
Levi's.
point still stands is like you and I could have the same measurements, 33, 25, whatever,
different.
but look
Yeah.
exactly different. It's, you know,
For men too. That's like for men as well.
but for the
Muscle,
most part, you're
everything.
seeing what they look like from their pictures unless they're lying.
That's why I'm saying, yeah, like for the women who sometimes only have their little part of their head and they end up being like, some women can like have a smaller face and not match their body. That'd be fucked up if they showed up to the date acting like they were little itty bitty and they were, you know, like 600 pound life.
That's
That's
embarrassing.
mean.
Word. Okay, we gotta get to these super chats here. You can pull that one up, Carson. Yeah. Did you miss a few or? Oh, yeah. Make sure you like every 20, 30 seconds. You're just looking for. Every time it updates, just be constantly looking. I'll get this one while we're at it. Yo, Praxis, thank you for the $20 super chat, man. Appreciate it. Even if men don't get tricked by your layers of makeup, your habits still show that you are financially irresponsible and deeply insecure about your appearance. Also, an agreeable plain Jane 6 trumps a disagreeable 10 any day of the week.
What do they mean by agreeable and disagreeable?
Can I make one statement before that though? I love how he's talking about our habits show that you're financially irresponsible, but you're spending $20 to make a comment on a podcast right now. So I don't know. Maybe I guess you just got it like that, but that's a stupid ass way to spend $20 if you ask me.
Actually, kind of on this topic, Praxis, thank you for the $20 super chat. So how much would you guys say you spend, I don't know if you want to break it down by month or year, how much would you say you spend on cosmetics, I guess, a year? That I guess that includes makeup.
I would have honestly no way to answer that question. No way at all.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I just buy drugstore makeup. I probably
Same, especially
yeah,
lately.
I probably don't spend more than like $100 a year
Okay.
on makeup.
It's so random. Like before, I didn't used to wear makeup that often. Now that I work at a club and have to wear makeup, I wear a little bit more. But like literally, I'm so I would have no idea how much I spend on makeup. I would say maybe a year total I would spend on makeup maybe around $500 the whole year.
Okay.
I actually keep incredibly detailed logs of all of my spending, so I know exactly what my beauty spending is per month.
What is
And
it?
it's $40.
Oh,
$40 a month.
There you go.
Okay.
40 per month. All of your
Yes.
beauty in total is 40 per month,
Yes.
and that stays the same 40 per month. It doesn't like your birthday month. It doesn't go up.
Well,
at
it's all averaged.
and that
Yeah.
includes like if you don't get
Yeah, I don't get my nails done, which
Yeah,
like saves a
me
lot compared to
$40 a month.
other girls. Yeah,
I guess
like
that's
averaged
nice.
out.
Did everyone get to answer that question? You too?
I don't spend a lot. I don't
Okay.
really do nails either. I got these from CVS.
Okay. What about you?
I have makeup that's expired that I still use. Like
Same,
it
girl,
lasts
same.
I got
forever.
makeup
Like
from
I
high
don't
school.
really buy
Yeah.
makeup that often. So
Who is on the Ritalin? Can somebody stop shaking the table?
I'm sorry, it's definitely me. I'm sorry for it. I'll cut it out.
Did you take some Adderall before the show or what's up?
No, just
Okay.
nervous, maybe.
Okay. So you said 40 a year about, or what was it?
maybe like 100. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like the same as her.
You told me
like
to call her
100
out.
or so.
Yeah.
Yo, it's
Bullshit. No way.
Sorry.
It was
Oh
probably
my-
me too. I'm shaking like stripper. over
is
there.
it too cold or I mean I have
No,
the
I'm
heater
just like
blasting.
everybody's all
need to hit
anxious,
my
they're like-
puff.
I'm just a fidgeter. I'm sorry.
All right, we got Amazon Buzz with the $10 super chat. I wish that there were more people in the world that just want a long-term loving relationship and less people wanting just something casual hookups. I 100% agree with you, man. I think hookup culture is the end of the West. Anyways, we have Eric here with the $10 super chat. Thank you. What's up, chat? On the mountain right now, so I can't watch, but wanted to hop on and say common Brian W, common Tara W, common Taylor W. Who's Tay? Okay, Tay. Also, it won't let me send $10 on mobile. What the fuck? Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, like $9.99, it gets caught up in it'll be yellow. So, yo, Joel Taggart. Okay, we got the TTS. Hey, thank you, Joel. Appreciate it, man. Yo, Gus, thank you for the $10 super chat. When they say I want to experience life, see what I like, travel, not ready to settle down, all I hear is I'm going to be ran through with baggage, and my future man better accept me as I am delusional.
Can I come on it?
Wow.
Delusional. Go ahead.
Okay, Gus.
What is so wrong with wanting to be alone? Like, I don't understand. It's like so many men just get so upset when you say like, yeah, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Making it seem like I'm going out and fucking the whole world. I've been single since March, okay? I've slept with 2 women and 1 man since then. Oh my God, I'm a fucking slut. I'm a hoe, bag, take me to fucking hell. Like, it's so contradictory. Like, just say you get no fucking puss then, if that's such a hoe-ish behavior to do. I know everyone is different, everyone has their different opinions, but I think it's kind of crazy.
I think it's because a lot of women lie about that and say they're single and don't really know what single means. Like a lot of people, like I said before, will be like, oh, I'm healing. They're sucking 20 peepees. How the fuck is that healing?
Yeah.
Think about that. I'm not saying you in general, but single is like you alone, no dating apps. You doing your own thing, going to the gym,
That's
not
why
fucking
I'm like,
around, you know?
I'm like, in 10 months, if I've happened to have relations with 3 people.
Did you just say relations?
Relations. Yeah, sexual relations with 3 people. Like, I just don't understand how that's like end all, be all, especially 2 of them being women, like I said. So 1 man in the past 10 months. So I've slept with, now let's break it down. I've slept with 2 men since 2019, but I'm a whore because I don't want to date anybody right now. Like, it doesn't add up to my brain, like, at all. Like, I know I don't want a relationship, but sorry, I don't. Sometimes you want it.
Okay.
I gotta be celibate for the rest of my life. Like, I'm not waiting until marriage, so that's not what I've ever claimed to be doing.
Well, I think here's like what we translate in our heads as guys when we hear women say, I just want to find myself. I just want to, explore, find myself. Here's what we're thinking. Getting ran through. That's what we think.
These are the same men who want submissive women, right? You want a woman who is going to be submissive and listen to you and stay at home when you want her to stay home and not hang out with her friends when you want her to hang out with her friends. So what is wrong with me taking a few years out of my life to do that so I don't have to sit and argue or make somebody upset? I could do whatever the fuck I want. Doesn't mean it has to be fucking. It could be just, I don't know, hanging out with my friends, not responding to my phone 25/8, things like that.
Wait, 25/8?
20. You ever heard of the saying 25/8? Come on. Be for real. 24/7, 25/8. It's like a dramatic way. It's like a hyper thing, like. Right? Yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I've never
Maybe
heard
it's
that.
AAVE. I don't know.
It's AA?
AAVE.
You're an Alcoholics Anonymous?
Oh my God.
Oh, how long have you been sober? Wait, you're a bartender. Hello?
Is he being serious right now?
Wait.
African American Vernacular English is AAVE.
Oh.
I couldn't. I was thinking though too. Sorry, sir. I was thinking the same thing. And I'm black.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So wait, what were we talking? Oh, you working on yourself.
Okay, I think
When did I ever fucking say that? I just said I wanted to be single. Y'all kept saying that I'm trying to heal myself and work on myself. I never fucking said that. I just said I don't want to be up underneath somebody else's asshole all day. Like, I want to do my own thing. Like,
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I have.
Oh.
Not that way.
Good times, good times.
Yeah.
All right, we have, let's see.
No booty tank for me.
Okay, we have Sky Traveler with the $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Love the show, Brian. Keep up with the good work. Question for the panel. Would these girls date a cop even with how the political climate is these days? Yeah, we can go around on that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would date a cop.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am kind of surprised by all those answers. Okay.
Cops are hot as fuck. What are you talking about?
Really?
Firefighters too,
Fine
all
ass
that.
man. EMT. What are you talking about?
We love our blue collared workers.
Yes.
A uniform.
Oh, cool.
Security. Security.
That's my type. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, because we had one girl on the show who, well, she was very anti-cop. So I figured in a more liberal area you might encounter.
I believe there needs to be some form of reformation in some areas of America with their cop system for sure, but that doesn't mean all cops are bad. That's not what the statement is. It's not all cops are bad. It's all cops are bastards because...
Oh, Jesus.
You dinged me.
No, I didn't mean to ding you there. I was dinging you before. Oh, shit.
Even though I don't even say I'm not even saying I really agree with that statement, but the point of the statement is like when you see things that are going on and they don't say anything, like, yeah, that's kind of bad, but I can't assume that every cop has seen bad shit and is letting it slide. Like, I know a million cops that are great men.
I agree with that.
When I was alone on the side of the road
Oh,
after the totaling of my car on Christmas Eve, like at like midnight, I was it was the cops and the firemen that showed up right away, and cop like drove me home, so I wasn't like completely abandoned. So anyways,
Nice.
they do good. They're good guys. Thank you for that.
All right.
That comment was wild.
Yo, David Drysdale, thank you for the $10 super chat. If you meet a man your age, Carson, just careful with the feet there. If you meet a man your age and he checks all of your boxes, then you guys have a conversation with him about exes and he reveals that he never been in a relationship. Would that be a turnoff for you? We'll go around on that, sure.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because I feel like he's getting his advice from elsewhere, not a reliable source.
From who?
Maybe like Andrew Tate or something.
Oh.
You know.
Haram!
Okay. Wait, but so you think a guy who...
They just don't have any experience. Like, what are they basing their... Like, they don't have any experience.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like every single person that listens to Andrew Tate is just fucking slaying. Just
Right.
fucking slaying it, I'm sure.
Sure.
So like...
They're just... Yeah.
You know, the guys who probably aren't getting any are the ones that watch MSNBC, but
Not the one spending 4 hours watching a podcast on a Sunday night.
hey, whoa, Keeko, whoa, that's so mean.
Sorry, was that too far?
How dare you say that about my
Where's Mike?
Mike Davis? I don't know. He would.
Bro.
Do you have a name for your fans? Like, do you have a nickname?
Not really, but I mean
The
the
Woodends.
whatever
One came to my mind. But I'm
the
not gonna
whatever
say it.
warriors. Were you gonna say the whatever wiggers? How
I
dare
was
you?
Definitely not.
That's whoa.
Definitely was not going to come out of my mouth.
How dare you? Okay. So wait, the super chat. What about you?
I mean, not necessarily, but I would ask him, like, why haven't you been in a relationship? If it's like, I don't know. Depending on that answer, I would go from there.
I agree with that. I think that I'd be kind of concerned, like I would just be confused why. But I also, at 22, I don't think that's that old to have not been in a relationship. So
Sure.
I would just be curious why. But it's
Okay.
not a total deal breaker.
Tara.
I'm only 21, so it's not that bad. If I was like older, if I was like, 25 plus, that would probably be definitely like a concern or like maybe a deal breaker. But I only think the thing that would be like concerning or a problem is like figuring out if like a guy doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. That would be like a deal breaker. But maybe that's like obvious. I don't know. But it's like I wouldn't even go on a date with him if it was clear to me that he wasn't interested in the relationship.
Sure.
So
I see nothing wrong with dating somebody who's never been in a relationship.
What about a virgin?
Yeah, I would do that.
We'll go around the table this way. Tara?
I'm gonna have to probably say no to a virgin.
Yeah.
R.I.P. in the chat for all the virgins. Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to say no. I just, yeah.
I wouldn't say no, but yeah.
I have
So
a
yes.
boyfriend, so of
I
course
guess,
I'd
yeah.
say
Well,
no.
assuming you were single.
Okay, then maybe. I don't see why not. Like, just show him
I
around.
can think of like a million.
Did you just say show him around?
Yeah.
Show him around.
You know,
what?
like
What are you gonna show him around?
You could teach them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
Oh, okay.
It's not a
Teach
total
'em.
deal breaker.
yeah. I don't.
Okay. All right. Keeko.
If he was just a virgin because like the time hasn't came, then sure. But if he's like waiting till marriage, then fuck no.
I would say no. I think in the same sort of way that I can imagine why like guys wouldn't say, like would find it a little concerning for like a girl that had like 100 bodies. Like there's something behind that sexual behavior that's like a reason for it. So it's more of that like if you're 21 and a virgin, there might be some sort of like emotional issues that are the cause of why that's your sexual history. If that makes any sense.
Okay, word. All right, we have. Oh wait, did we do this one? Yeah, we did Praxis. Thank you, man. Yo, event-eyed fallacy. Thank you for the $20 super chat, man. Appreciate it, bro. You've got some fucking shoulders and traps and biceps and fucking pecs, dude. Congrats, fucking shredded. You Myron. Yo, Gus, thank you for the $10 super chat. Is Keeko transformative because that masculinity? I don't know what happened there. Is oozing through the screen. Is she also vegan? Because that BS makeup rebuttal was a bunch of word salad. What do you have to say, Keeko?
I was born with a coochie. I'm not a vegan. I prefer red meat over chicken, actually. But yeah, I don't know.
Is there anything you want to tell him?
You're giving... You're broke. I would never date you.
Well done. Well done.
Good one. Gus, you're broke. I would never date you.
It's because you're vegan,
But
right?
this guy I want to really talk to because he's been saying some good comments. Can you do a super chat?
Oh. Okay, yo, Calvin Hamilton, thank you for the $10 super chat.
God.
Calvin here. I don't think women today understand that most men just want simplicity. Your physical appearance will change for you 10 years from now. Do you ever think about longevity when it comes to dating? I feel like that's slightly vague, but
Like that was a pointless ass comment and a waste of $10.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to parse the question. I don't think most women just want. There's like 3 different semi-unrelated statements there. But yo, Calvin, thank you for the $10 super
I said
chat,
I was
man. Appreciate
born
it.
with a coochie.
You
what I
ever
said.
think? Oh,
Sorry, I was replying to a comment.
do you ever think about longevity when it comes to dating? I don't really even longevity.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even know what that means.
I mean,
like the long term ness of dating. Like,
no, I know what it means. Just
Oh shit.
Does he mean like when you're considering partners, do you think about whether this would be a good partner, not just like to date and have as your boyfriend or fun with for like one night or like the next 6 months or year of your life, but like long term for the rest of your life?
Like that depends what you're dating for.
Maybe what the question was. So I think he's asking us, is that things we consider?
Some people date for marriage. Some people date for experiences and then turn into dating for marriage, whatever.
you can pull it up, Carson.
But I think that was a pointless ass question.
Yo, Hector Navarez, thank you for the $20. By the way, just keep it center on the super chats. Hector Navarez, thank you for the $20 super chat. We are whoever's. I mean, I was thinking whatever warriors or whatever, but hey, dude, thank you for the big $20 super chat, man. Appreciate it. You can pull that up. Yo, Reginald Welkin, excuse me. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support. What do you think about disclosing plastic surgery? You marry someone and your kids come out looking way different. That's a good point.
A great one.
By the way, guys, I know we skipped ahead. We do have the rest of the super chats. We just skipped ahead to this one, but we will get the rest shortly. So, yeah, this sort of ties into the makeup filter conversation that we were having before, kind of misrepresenting what you look like. And I actually had something related to this. So what do you think about disclosing plastic surgery? Would you, I kind of want to reframe your question here, Reginald, if you don't mind. So do any of you have plastic surgery to start, by the way? Lip fillers, anything? Okay. Anybody? Okay. Do you think, and maybe it might be hard for you to answer on behalf of someone else, but do you think it'd be rude for a guy to ask a woman who's undergone a decent amount of plastic surgery, let's say rhinoplasty, let's say lip fillers, let's say maybe some body stuff, right? Do you think it would be unreasonable for him to ask for photos of her, let's say a lot of facial work, to ask for photos of what she looked like before she got plastic surgery? Is that an unreasonable request?
I wouldn't say unreasonable. I would just say a little weird. Like, if we're getting to the point where we're talking about having kids and stuff, I would hope to God that you're close enough to where you've already disclosed if you've gotten procedures done and you've already seen pictures of your partner. If you're talking about having children with somebody, I would hope you know what they've gotten done. And yeah, I think it would be kind of weird if you never mentioned, oh yeah, I got a boob job when I was 21, or I got a little eyebrow lip. Like, it's so weird. Like, I'm sure there's women who don't disclose it out there, I'm sure, but yeah, I'm hoping once marriage is coming around, that's already discussed.
I think any form of surgery needs to be mentioned, maybe, like, when you first start dating. It's just something that most people should know. Kind of like, you know, trans people, how they get sexual changes, or, you know, I don't even know the word, but yeah, I feel like people like that should say something when they're first starting dating. Like, I wouldn't want to date a guy and then find out he has a coochie, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't be down.
Carson, are you just pulling these up, or
Just anything.
Yeah, you can show them while I don't have another one pulled up. That's fine. What about you?
Yeah, I think honesty is the best policy. If they wanted to see an old picture, okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's kind of weird if you just started dating someone for them to ask you for old pictures. But I agree that it's the best policy, you know. But I do think that, why are you asking that question unless you're trying to have children with the person and wondering what that project is going to look like, you know?
Well, I think some people do date with the intention of, obviously you don't anticipate having children with someone immediately, but if you're dating with some intention, you maybe see it going towards marriage, children one day. And I feel like it's much better to know sooner rather than later. But Tara, go ahead.
I think that's like totally fair. I mean, I'm probably biased because I'm sort of like against surgery, like plastic surgery for women in general. So I'm kind of biased in that, like, I think less people should be getting it. But yeah, so I think that's totally fair that you like disclose it.
Okay.
Yes, I agree. Women should say something first. I don't think a man should have to ask you for pictures. You should just already tell him, like, hey, I got lip fillers. Hey, I had my whole nose done. I used to look like Michael Jackson, and then show your pictures and simple.
Got it. All right, hold on, guys. I got my place lost here with the...
Sorry. I do not have
Uh,
or wait, did we... Yeah, we already got that one. My bad, Keeko.
What did they think I'm mad about? What do you guys think I'm mad about?
Yo...
I'm literally just shutting up.
Eventide Fallacy, thank you for the $20 super chat. Imagine complaining about $20. What do you think most men in the West make per year? Willing to bet you've taken more from men on dates who you had absolutely zero intent on sleeping with, get a career. Kid. Kid. What's your response to?
I'm not saying $20 or $10 is a shit ton of money, but when you're on this podcast multiple times a week, setting multiple of those ones all day and night long, yeah, it does seem like a stupid way to spend your money when it could go into either savings or something else. Like, I would definitely, I don't know, rather go to In-N-Out or something than comment on something like this.
You know what, Keeko?
Especially when you can comment for free. It's like they have to see, they're so like down on themselves, they have to see their comment up there and they have to hear their name read from you, that they can't just make a normal comment on the thing.
Listen, Keeko, I'm so deeply hurt and offended by what you just said. On our next show on Tuesday, I want a $10 super chat from you.
I would absolutely fucking never.
How dare you?
I'd rather shit in my hands and clap and then do a somersault.
Is vile and disgusting. By the way, I think
I don't have lip fillers.
This is Eventide's first time in the chat.
Thank you, though.
This is Eventide's first time in the chat. So hey, welcome, man. Appreciate the subsequent the super chats.
Y'all think I got a BBO? That's crazy. I'm like, thank you, though. No. Like, that's insane.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, we got the tick with the $10 super chat. This is the official rating from Brian on down, 475653. Great show, fellas. City boys, we up.
Look at his face.
Oh my.
Look at what he looks like. You look like
wow.
That? Okay.
Whoa, wait, come on. Be nice to the tick.
Look like a chewed piece of gum talking about rating us. That's insane.
Whoa.
That's insane. You have to be at least a 5 to like have rating privileges, I feel like. Can we make that a rule? If you're not at least a 5, you're not allowed to rate anybody else.
I mean, Event died. He looks like a fucking babe. He's like Giga Chad almost.
He looks terrifying. I would cross the street.
What are you talking about?
I would literally
if you Keeko, be honest. You saw him in person, you'd
cross the street.
No, you'd hit
run for my life.
No, you'd hit on him. Bro,
run
you'd be like
run the opposite direction.
No, you
sprint. Usain Bolt. Out of there.
Let me tell you this. If you saw a Ventide, this is what would happen.
If I saw a Ventide, I'd probably ask him like,
"Oh Jesus, what is happening?" Okay, sorry, the soundboard went fucking gnarly there. All right, we got Ventide with the $10 super chat. She just bragged about getting laid as an attractive woman, living life on easy mode with a game genie. Father Time will quickly take what Mother Nature gave you. It's called Forever 21 for a reason. Wait, who bragged about?
I don't know.
Did someone brag about getting laid?
I don't remember that.
Are you?
Like that.
Wait,
He's watching a different podcast.
Ventide, can you just clarify who you're talking to? What's in reference to? Yo, Gus, thank you for the $10 super chat. Women and beta men, beta? I always forget if it's beta or beta, but use sign language. Shame, insults, guilt need to be right when a fact statement that's said is true. Make the shoe fit. You wouldn't be so defensive if that's not who you are. Exposed. Thank you, Gus. Yo, Hector Navarez with the $20. Oh, I think I got this one. We are the whoever's. Thank you, man. Reginald Welkin with the $10 soup chat. What do you think about disclosing plastic surgery? Oh, wait, did we? Yeah. We did this one. My bad. By the way, Carson, you can star these and I'll just pull them up. Are there any others that just star them and I'll pull them up after I get through all of them? Yo, Praxis, thank you for the $10 soup chat. Keeko, $20 soup chat. Now 30 is a fraction of how much money women like you spend on makeup. Please learn basic algebra instead of being so reactive and masculine. Is there? He's talking about money. Is there something you want to tell him, Keeko? What?
You're broke.
Good. Come on, don't. Okay. Red pill.
Like, what do you want me to say? They keep saying the same shit to me over and over again. Like, I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, say what you want. Okay, Red Pill Crip with
you want to say what I want?
Oh, don't worry about it. Okay, all right. Red Pill Crip with the $10 soup chat. Thank you, man. Hey, tattoos. What about you is real? Hair, nails, eyelashes, etc. Asking for a friend.
So my nails are real. These are extensions for my hair. I do have falsies on right now, but usually I don't. I realized last time my eyes kind of got washed out by the camera, so I was like, let me add a little extra. I don't usually I did extensions for a while, but I usually just have mascara on them. But yeah, any more questions? You can send in for $30 next time.
Oh God. Okay, we got
Mikey Davis. Hi, baby. How are you doing? We could do better than $9.99, Mike.
Do you want to read this chat for him?
From Mike Davis. I see the Chihuahua is back and barking already. Sure am. Thanks, Mike. Back to you, Brian.
Thank you, Keeko. Stressed Teen with the $10 soup chat. Why is Brandon not on every live? Call him up. Eventide Fallacy with the $10 soup chat. I've spent more money on subs, Netflix, Hulu, HBO that I never watch. I've been a viewer of this channel for a while and have gotten thousands of dollars of entertainment for free. Keep grinding, dude. Eventide, thank you so much for the support, man. Really means a lot. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, the show is a form of entertainment, and they're patrons of the show. So,
yeah, it's like so much fun to sit on this and just like make men spend their money to like say mean things to me.
Here,
it's like,
Keeko, can you
honestly, why do I get a cut of this? Actually, I feel like all of these super chats are about fucking me. I need to get some percentages on here.
I think maybe we could discuss if there's a fit check involved. Maybe
I did see how much the fit check costs. Yeah, I'm not doing no damn fit check without a Venmo.
I'll throw you. If you're able to solicit a fit check, I'll throw you a 20. I got you.
$20 or percent?
$20. And
40. Hold on. 40.
Pretty good deal.
I have a dog.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, wait, what? Okay, sorry. I'll give you this expired Plan B.
No. I have an IUD.
I have a female condom.
Wow. A dental dam?
No, it's a female condom. And a bag of Meow Mix cat food.
I have a dog.
Okay.
Next.
Tough negotiator here.
I don't take anything to yeah.
All right, we got it. Oh, wait, I did this one. Oh, can you do this? Do you see the pose he's in, the little fucking bicep? Can you hit a little bi for us? A bicep pose, yeah.
I don't even know how to do that.
It's like...
I don't think I've ever done that in my life.
Put your right hand on top of your other hand. Other hand, boom. Boom, flex. Give us... Wow, fucking shredded. Jacked. Keeko was a pole vaulter in high school.
Brian, pay Keeko. Come on. They don't even like me and they want you to pay me.
Yo, free Zen with you, $20 super chat. Sup, Brian? Love what you're doing. New subscriber. Hey, welcome, man. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Throt Keeko was cute till she opened her mouth. I also see that you have my girl Tay up there. Love you, you beautiful, beautiful human being.
Love you too.
Okay. By the way, is it getting a bit warm in here for you guys?
Yes.
Carson, can you just pop the door open for us? Thank you.
Is the table still shaking? No.
No, it's good. Yo, it stopped. Okay, I think we're all caught up finally on the super chats. Carson, just scroll down and just check on the any other super chats that came in. How far? God damn. Okay, we're good. Sweet. Okay, so where were we? I'm trying to remember where we had left off. Were we gonna react to the video? I'll bring it up at the end of the show, actually. Oh, let's just get this one. Go ahead, pull it up. Yo, Chris Pacino, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Thank you, man. Hey, brother, love the show. I'd love to hear more opinions from the other ladies, please and thank you. It's usually the quiet ones that are more attractive and more intellectual.
Then please, because he forces me to fucking sit here and I have to answer every fucking question first. Like, what do you...
He didn't need to at you so hard. That was
you were all here when I argued and begged to not be sat in this seat because you have to answer everything first. I did not want to sit here.
It's good to have the most opinionated person in that seat to get things.
I think she's actually far more opinionated than me, but she's just being quiet right now.
Because you guys aren't talking about anything interesting.
Oh.
Point proven.
Yeah, talking about ran through and stuff like that. So yeah, no. Talk about something interesting and I'll get it going.
Okay.
You got me started, so go ahead.
I'll get you good on.
Yeah,
I think I'll get you on this.
Okay. You want me to get like that? You just said it. So
I was just saying I think you're more opinionated than me just based on how you talk. Damn.
I got a good one for us. I got a good one for us.
Nothing wrong with having opinions.
Okay.
Didn't mean to.
Hold on. All right, guys, just a reminder, all super chats will be displayed. Guys.
You seem pretty.
Guys, Keeko.
Guys. I'm not gonna. She's getting all about it. I'm not gonna.
Whoa, come on! It's too early in the night. Save it. Let's just save it for.
Not really. It's actually 9 o'clock, and we're wrapping up soon.
Kiara?
You're checking my government now. Damn. All right.
Oh shit. All right. So let me get these super chats. Mike Davis, $10 super chat. Chat. Does she look more like a Chihuahua or a hyena? 1 for Chihuahua, 2 for hyena. Okay, so that's 1 for Chihuahua, 2 for a hyena. And then get the next one, Chaz. Yo, at the gym, would you prefer to approach a man, him approach you, or neither? At the gym.
Approach me.
I would love if a guy approached me at the gym.
I think there's a right way to do it when you're approaching someone in the gym. But if you do it right, then I don't see a problem with it.
I have been approached at the gym before, and I did not appreciate it.
I would not like being approached at the gym. That's my me time.
Kiara?
I don't really mind it.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So get your super chats in, and also, Carson, can you pull up the Twitch tab? Gonna give you guys the, by the way, twitch.tv/whatever, guys. We're live there too. Pull up another tab, drop us a follow. If you have a Prime sub available, drop us a Prime sub. Yo, let me shout out Shanty T, thank you for the follow. Jesus, thank you for the follow. Patman, thank you for the follow. Prado J, thank you for the follow. Chili Panini, thank you for the follow. Indian Gummy, scroll back up. Indian Gummy, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so if you guys want to get it a little heated, the last time you were on the show, Kiara, the big conversation was age gap relationships.
Yes.
Which you were critical of.
I knew I should have brought my notepad. Yep.
So let's talk a bit about that. So do you think it's wrong for a guy to date a younger adult woman? Let's say a 30-year-old dating a 20-year-old, for example.
No, I don't see anything wrong with it. I just find it, my thing was, okay, I'm not saying once they're an legal adult, that is her decision, right? That is ultimately her decision. It's not him grooming her or any of those sorts. She's a legal grown adult. I'm just saying I don't think it's fair to say there isn't a link with how men, as the older they get, they still like very young women. And my only point was, I know the stats start at 18, but I bet you if they started younger at 14, there'd be a lot of those grown men finding 14 to 18-year-old women peak attractiveness as well, especially like 16. I guarantee it would be actually 16 if that was a part of the stats instead of 18. Because 16 to 18, you're not. I thought
remember, we're talking about adults.
That's the thing you keep saying is you're talking about adults, but that's not my point. So unless we want to go back to that, then maybe we shouldn't resurface
What age
this.
range bothers you? Like, what's the issue with the age range?
So I'm gonna give you context because he's bringing it up from our last thing. The last two times I was on here.
Let me just clarify. I'm talking about adult relationships. You keep bringing up high school and all this shit. I suppose an 18-year-old could be in high school, but we're talking about.
He said 20 and 30. He said 20.
No,
and 30.
but he
said
said 18 after. He said 18 after. He did. He said 18.
Well, I just said 18 now.
Yeah, no, you said after.
The first example I gave was 30 and 20.
Yes, I said that's fine.
I could even make
the first thing out of my mouth was that's fine. My thing is I kept going back to the data that you showed on the podcast is my point. When you showed the data that with women and men as they age, women tend to find men the same age as them attractive, while men, it stops at about 18 to 20. My whole point is, I don't care if you don't want to bring this up and go into this deep down part of it, but you did. So my point is, that stat started at 18, and I guarantee if those men knew they would not get in trouble or face any, punishment, they would say that 16 was their optimal prime most attractive. 18 to 16 is not that far.
Okay, but you're basically just derailing the conversation.
I'm not, because you brought it up.
No, but the conversation is men who are, say, a 30-year-old guy who wants to date a 20-year-old woman. And you always want to bring it to
Can I ask you a question?
The P-word stuff.
Because last time we debated it.
But it's irrelevant. Let's just, for the sake of a conversation.
How's it irrelevant if you're bringing up my last time on here? You can't just bring up bits
No,
and
but
pieces
you
of
were
what I
making
said.
but you were making the argument that 30 and 20 or 40 and 20, that's
I did not make that argument. I said I must have said 18 because I know.
Question. Do you feel the same way about women? Because like Demi Moore dated somebody really young, nobody batted an eye. Jada Pinkett Smith dated somebody 20 years younger than her. Nobody gave a fuck.
I think it's disgusting.
So,
like even my ex-girlfriend, I started a huge thing in high school because my ex-girlfriend started dating her girlfriend when she was in 7th grade and her girlfriend was a senior in high school. I was like, that shit's fucking nasty.
So
I exposed the hell out of her girlfriend. I was like, you're trifling. I was like, if this was she was my ex-girlfriend's best friend, it was her older sister. I was like, if you would have been a boy, this would have been everywhere. This would have not been cool. Everyone would have been on it. And I exposed it too. As soon as we got together and I found out about it, I was like, oh, she's out of her mind. Like, she's nasty. I don't think it's right if it's girl, boy, girl. And it's not because I'm sure there is certain situations and instances where there is 30-year-old or 40-year-old men in the same position as maybe a 21-year-old. But it will never sit right with me how a 40-plus-year-old man could fall in love or be romantically involved with somebody under the age of 21 for it to not be for some type of weird reason.
20?
Yes, I think a lot of things change at 21, personally. For the fact that, like I remember I was 20 and I started dating this guy for a little bit who was 26. I felt like a whole child, and it was only 6 years difference because I couldn't even go to the bar with him if he wanted to. I couldn't go to the club with him if I wanted to. I couldn't go into the 21 drinking section. I couldn't go to concerts with him. I felt like his little daughter that I couldn't do shit. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying every man who dates young is a pedophile. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there is a weird connection between men who are 50 or 40 plus going after 18-year-olds, because usually you'll see the trend, they only go after 18-year-olds. It's not like, oh, he was dating all older women and then one 18-year-old swept him off his feet.
Just remind me, how old are you again?
22, probably 23.
You're 22.
23.
So what about like a guy in his 30s dating you?
I would be fine with that. Most men I'm attracted to.
But that's what we're talking. That's kind of what we're talking about.
I'm 23, not 18.
Okay,
You
let's
said
say
20 and 30.
Let's
though.
say 20.
Even 20. I'm saying I just brought up my situation of, I don't know. I think a lot of things change after the legal drinking age and those things. I feel like you do grow a lot once you, at least for me, once I hit that point. And also now after the pandemic has happened, we have a lot of these 20-year-old adults who missed out on half of their high school and still have the mentality of high schoolers because they missed out on so much of it and are so behind, which I think adds a whole new tier into it.
Did you want to come in?
No, I just personally don't think that it's weird or nothing like that, man. I feel like people have preferences, and there's a lot of women out here who have preferences. Nobody bags on them, so I'm very big on double standards. I hate how women like constantly bag on men for things that women do as well.
Can you hide
know?
that? Hide that, man. Go ahead.
No, and I just feel like a lot of women, not you per se, but a lot of women have been through a lot of certain experiences, and then they categorize other women like that. Or like even older women, they'll complain about men dating younger women, but they're the ones who are not wanted anymore. So they have a big mouth about that. But when they were younger, they were sucking dick from a 30-year-old and they were 18 years old. So like I'd never see the reasoning for it, especially because if that girl's not complaining, she's not saying something, why should it matter to you? You know what I'm saying? So it's just an opinion.
I want to let everyone else come in on this. Do you have a take on age gap relationships? What do you think it's an issue? A 30-year-old guy dating a 20-year-old, for example.
I don't think there's an issue with that at all, honestly. Like she said, people have their preferences, so.
Personally, I don't think that legality equals morality, so I would find it a little bit strange if a 30-year-old is wanting to date a 20-year-old.
Turn the mic a little bit. It's a bit... You'd think it's strange for a 30-year-old to want to date a 20-year-old.
Yes.
Why?
Personally, because I feel that a 30-year-old might not have as much in common with a 20-year-old. Maybe this...
Sex?
Maybe this
sex is in common.
Why does a 30-year-old want a 20-year-old? Maybe because she's more impressionable. Maybe because she's more vulnerable. I mean...
Well, that's kind of even what Andrew Tate says is sometimes why he wants younger women is because she is more impressionable and will listen to him easier than a woman who's been with multiple men. He actually admits that multiple times.
I don't think that's a safe connection for a 20-year-old and a 30-year-old.
So, I mean, there's a lot of little pieces I could jump off on there, but I'll respond really quick. I know you want to go, and then I'll let you come in. So, you're saying that a 20-year-old is incapable of consenting to having sex with someone who's above a certain age, essentially.
No, I did not say that.
I mean, you're saying it's wrong. Like, so
I'm saying that somebody who is hella older, like you're saying a 30-year-old and a 20-year-old, right?
Sure, 30 and 20.
The 30-year-old is going to have the control in the relationship. They're going to have the upper hand. They're older. They're going to have more influence.
Maybe.
This 20-year-old is going to be more vulnerable, not as strong. Her freaking prefrontal cortex isn't even developed yet. Like,
you know what? I agree. In fact, I think we should raise the voting age to 25. So, I mean, I don't know if any of you vote Democrat, but that would probably impact you guys quite a bit.
And there's been many women, like you brought up, women who are like hella older now, and they're judging women who are younger.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, go ahead, continue.
Who are judging younger women for doing those things. Well, Brittany Renner came on TikTok or whatever, and she said, you know what? At the time, I thought I was in my hot girl era. I was like doing what men do, like hooking up, taking control of my life. And she says, you know what? I was letting very like older men take advantage of me, but I thought that because I was an adult and I could make my own decisions, I was so grown, but I really wasn't. You know?
Mean, zero accountability. But let me just do one quick, and then I'll have you come back in. So, do you think we should raise the age for when women can start an OnlyFans? So women,
yes.
I mean,
I would want to raise
25 years old.
21 for me personally.
I say
25 years old.
21.
Oh, so then we should also bump the voting age for women too then.
I think the difference though between like
That's a big jump.
We're also
if you're
saying, hold on, pause.
At 18, you're legally an adult. You can, let's see, what can you do at 18? I mean, you can sign legally binding contracts that will indebt you for the rest of your life. You can join you can join the military. You can purchase a firearm. You can start doing porn. You can start, there's a whole bunch of other stuff.
We're saying raise the works for OnlyFans, strippers, sex workers in general to 21. That's not just women too. Men are sex workers too. So it'll be raising for them too. So they would have to wait till 21 too, with your point there. So I don't get how that makes any sense.
But this argument is always framed from the point of view of older men prefer to date younger women.
That's not what we're talking about right now. You just asked us a new question about OnlyFans.
What's that?
You just asked us a different question right now about OnlyFans, and we're saying to
raise the age. But she's talking about the prefrontal cortex and that they're not able to...
Yeah, I have a big problem with, I just don't really like any of the arguments that come from the standpoint of, women who are 20... Because I'm 21. I'm, basically that age right now, saying that women that age have something wrong with their brains, that they can't make proper decisions.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, well, okay, that they're not developed enough, that I'm not developed enough to make.
She's saying the same thing.
It is
a
biological fact that your prefrontal cortex is not developed until you're 26.
And she only said
and
that
the prefrontal cortex
man.
is the part of your brain that is important in making decisions.
I'm a psych major, so I know, but thank you for clarifying.
Obviously, you don't seem like it.
Ooh, I have a question. But for a lot of you guys speaking on these type of things, not every woman is the same. Everybody grew up very different. I know when I was 22 years old, I grew up in a very different lifestyle with my grandparents and stuff. So I never was ran through. I never started sleeping around with guys. I had a good upbringing.
Really
but this thing that you said before about Andrew Tate, something about girls want to listen to him. What's wrong with that? How come a man can't have a woman who listens to him? Why would he want to be with somebody who's not cooperative, doesn't listen to him? You said that before, something about him wanting just a girl who listens, something along those lines.
I already mentioned before, I think men want a submissive woman, and that's totally fine. I never said that. I brought it up because he just said, I forgot exactly what he said, but he said something about how, men don't care about he stated something saying the opposite of what Andrew Tate said in that statement about how he does like women who are younger because they've been through less men and whatever. And he was making some comment about how they wouldn't or something. And I was like, no, 'cause that's literally what he said in the one we review here. That was my only point with that. I do believe if a man wants a submissive woman, hey, go for it. I have no problem also being submissive in a marriage myself, but it's a marriage, not a relationship is my only thing with that.
I mean, we're bringing it back to what Andrew Tate said. I mean, better looking, lower body count, less baggage, more fertile.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if that's what you prefer, that's what you prefer. And there's other men who would prefer maybe an older woman or a woman who does have a ton of experience, and that's okay too.
My only point, because he brought this up from the last podcast, which you guys weren't present, so I feel like it was very unfair to even go back to this, because now you guys are going to debate off of things without knowing the full thing. My thing was, I was never saying that, because I know there's people are different. There might be some 20-year-olds out there that are in the exact same place as a bum-ass 30-year-old or something. I don't know. Everyone's different. I was just saying, I think, and we keep getting away from it because he doesn't want this podcast to be about this. So that's why my point's not getting across. I'm just saying it's wrong to not say that there is a link between men who like very young women who would, if they could, go after women underneath the legal age. That was my point from the last podcast.
But if they're that bad of men, why don't they just go for the younger women then?
They typically do, but it's because he brought up a data point that started at 18, and I was saying if it could go to 16, it would, but none of you guys saw that data point.
Is that how you view men, though? That's a really harsh thing. Men. Yeah, look what you just said. Repeat what you just said all over again. That's how you view men, that you think that if they could, they date younger, right? That's not a good thing to say at all.
I said some men, yes, I do believe some men. You're trying to say there's not men out here that wouldn't? But I'm saying from the data. Of course, there are some men who are P words, and there are some men that are predators. But most men, and by the way, most men do prefer, or they do find younger women, keyword women, more physically attractive.
But that's not the sole reason they want to be with them.
What's the reason then? Because
there's other reasons, sure.
Yeah,
because they could manipulate it.
They can manipulate them.
I feel
like not always the case, though.
It's not.
So that's like a big word to use. Imagine if I said that about you, you manipulate a whole bunch of people. That's not true. You know what I mean?
Am I a 30-year-old dating 20-year-olds?
That's not all men, though. That is not.
I'm not a 30-year-old.
Not all men. Not all men. We're obviously not fucking saying all men.
Older, and that's okay. You're a woman.
We're talking about a
There's nothing wrong with that.
So
why can't a man have a preference? I'm not seeing the big issue.
We're not saying they can't have a preference. We're saying it's weird when their preference might be based on something something that's not just a preference, when it's based on something that's...
It's weird because it's not your
Okay,
preference.
Brian is saying that the main reason why older men go for younger women is solely because they're attractive, better looking than older women.
Not solely. There's
Okay,
other reasons.
then that's one reason.
That's a big one.
Personally, I believe the other reasons why an older gentleman would want to go for a young girl that just turned 18, 19, 20 is because they can have more influence on her. They can manipulate her more easily. She's more vulnerable. More so than a woman who is maybe 25, 26, 27, has had a lot of experience in relationships and experience with men.
Or we just don't want to date a woman who's been ran through and has a bunch of emotional
Is
trauma
every woman
and
that's
baggage.
over 20 years old ran
No, but
through though?
the older you are, the more likelihood to have had a higher partner count.
Can men be ran through?
Men can't be ran through.
Why?
No, they can't.
Why?
So how is this?
It's different. It's typically different.
Ran through is like loosening up, right?
Okay, can I say something about this?
Can't loosen up
Can
a
I say
man.
something to you about this, actually?
Well,
hold on, please.
I mean, if you want.
Please let me respond.
There's other holes.
So, what makes you, so you're saying ran through loose, right? What makes you, somebody who's been in a relationship the past 2 years, fucking who knows how much, versus me who's had intercourse 4 times this past year, wouldn't, just because it's the same dick, wouldn't yours be looser than mine on that logic, though? When it comes to relationships?
Only 4 times?
Yes.
Okay.
I've said so much
sorry.
shit on this podcast. Why
I'm
would I
sorry.
start lying now, Brian? I've literally admitted to the fucking
I shouldn't shame you.
insane
I'm sorry.
shit on
I'm
here.
sorry. I won't shame you.
Lying is not something I do.
Okay. So, you said dominance, right? They want to dominate the women. It's kind of funny, though, that women try to frame this as a criticism of men, like that men are bad for wanting to dominate when 50 Shades of Grey is like one of the best-selling books of all time, and women want to be dominated in the bedroom. Hey, I'm down for some fucking gentle sex, but y'all want to be choked and all this fucking shit. Like, so on one hand, you want a man to be dominant, but you also criticize men for being dominant?
I do not want a man to dominate me. I would like a man to lead me. I would like a man to be respectful. I feel like domination is a term that's like implying that a man is superior and the woman is inferior, or whoever the partners are. Like, I would not want a man to dominate me. No, I'd want us to be on the same level. What?
You don't like to be choked in the bedroom?
Is being choked in the bedroom being dominated?
I mean,
I think that's what he's like trying. I think that's what he meant by
bondage,
that.
domination, sadism, masochism.
No, I'm not into BDSM, but.
So you're not into rough sex, like strictly gentle sex?
No, I wouldn't say that.
That's fine.
I've been choked. I've had my hair pulled and stuff, but
and do you like that?
I could say yes. Yes, I do.
And that's dominating, right?
It is dominating.
If it's...
But okay, I mean, to kind of argue for you, dominance within the confines of the bedroom is different, can be different than from the relationship. So I don't want to unfairly argue against you. But so I don't get this, because you're trying to link guys who prefer to date younger women. You think, and tell me if I'm getting this right, men who prefer younger women, if some of them, maybe even a good amount of them, if they could go lower, they would.
No comment. I'm over this topic.
Come on, Keeko, don't give up.
We've done this. No, because you have to understand where I'm coming from. We started this argument actually the first podcast I came on. Yep. And we argued about it almost half the time. Second podcast I came on, we argued about it almost half the time. Like, I'm over this fucking argument. Like, I've done it for hours and hours and hours now already. Like, it's tired. It's so tired. It's my personal opinion based off personal experiences and accounts I've seen from other women, and I will die on this hill, and I'm not changing my opinion. And it sounds like you guys aren't either, so on to the next debate.
Well, I mean, no, we'll stick to it for a little bit. So
I'll stay quiet over here, and you guys can continue.
Okay,
how I was
so
saying.
like, I'm trying to. It's just like this comparison is strange. Like comparing men, or trying to create some sort of link that men who are attracted to younger women, again, keyword women, that it's somehow P word, pedophilia. Hold on. That would be like me saying that women who want to date tall men are incestophiles because they have daddy issues, because they want to look up to a guy because it reminds them of their dad. Like you have some weird incestuous fetishization to date taller men because they remind you of your father.
Going on with that second statement, I'm gonna ignore the hell out of
that's
that.
how fucking crazy
Based off
you
your
sound.
first statement, though, you keep saying young women. I'm trying to emphasize I am talking about 18 to 20 years old. I swear to God, I am.
That is young women.
I know it's young women, but you keep saying like younger women. Like I'm saying like 25 and below, or like 30 and below. Like, I mean, that strict gap of 18, 19, and 20.
I'm happy to talk about that gap.
I think 30-year-olds and plus should just wait until they are don't have teen in their name anymore.
I'm 33.
Yes.
You would take Coral if I dated a 19-year-old.
I would look at it like, damn, like you're a bum if you have that much in common with a 19-year-old. Yeah.
I mean,
or that 19-year-old. I've been like, damn, she must either be a very successful 19-year-old or he must be a very bummy 33-year-old. Because what do you guys have in common to be dating?
It's a W to be dating a fucking 20-year-old baddie.
See, that's the problem with it. You guys see it as a trophy, as a reward. Like, that's weird.
But we are the prize for men, though.
Oh, I agree with that. Oh, I agree with that for sure. But it's like, I don't know. I don't say like, oh yeah, I just scored a 56-year-old man. I just scored a 35-year-old man. Yeah, like, okay, so I just don't. I would never do that.
Let me ask you this. So you're 23, correct, or 22?
23, basically.
Well, you're 22.
23.
Basically 23?
I'm in a couple weeks, bro.
Okay, so you're 22 though.
Yes.
Okay, I'm 33, you're 22.
Mm-hmm.
You would think it strange of me if I found you physically attractive.
I'm 22 years old now. I never said that there was nothing wrong with.
But that's only 2 years older than 20. That's not a huge difference.
I honestly look very, very different than I did at 20 years old. Very. And I'm not saying it in a sexual desiring way too. I'm saying it in the point of like dating and on. It's like here, let me back up. Let me retract. One of your biggest points, or at least Chase's biggest points the other time, was that men like younger women for fertility reasons.
Yes.
Right? So that means that's saying that you are going to be obviously dating them. I would hope you're not just meeting a random 19-year-old, fucking them and getting them pregnant, right? So you're going to be in a relationship with them, getting married, and then having kids with them. I do see it kind of weird that somebody 30 plus is having enough in common with, which I said, there's obviously situational where there is some women who are much older for themselves and some men who aren't. But yeah, and I would say the man is either a bum or something. Like, how can you get along so well with somebody who just graduated high school when you graduated over a decade and a half ago? Like, you should be in a different place of your life.
I understand your point exactly. Like, I respect your opinion and all, but again, people can meet at the workplace. People can meet all over the world, and you might not even know their age, and then get with them, and now people are looking at you like you're a fucking perv or a weirdo, but you didn't even know her age when you first met her. And a lot of these young girls, they look a little bit older. I see nothing wrong with the guy dating a girl who's younger. There's no problem with it. And guys like anime, a lot of younger girls like anime, video games. No, I'm being serious. Older women, I'm 28, and I've met women my age who don't like anime. They don't like video games. Like anime. It's boring to them. So of course a guy's gonna talk to a 22-year-old who's into that because she's into that. Why would he talk to a 30-year-old or somebody older who's literally bagging on everything that he does? Older women, not to be rude, but a lot of them bag on men and bag on their preferences. And that's why they're intolerable. They're like so hard to be around. They have so much trauma. They don't heal from their stuff. And trust me, guys, I'm studying to be a therapist, so I talk to a lot of people. So this is not just me talking out of my mouth. I actually know this.
Can I ask you a question? So I'm 33. I'm 33. Can you articulate what advantages are there to dating a woman who is 31 versus 21? For me.
It's not a thing about advantages. It's just I would struggle unless I'm saying, yes, there's exceptional things, but I would just struggle to see what you have in common with somebody who just graduated high school a few months ago when you've graduated a decade and a half ago. I would just, yes, you might have some things in common. Maybe, you might have some things in common for sure. Like you might have some things in common. That's
the sex is in common.
Oh my God.
I have sex in common with
that's
women.
Like your only.
I think you could have a lot more in common than just that.
I
think there's a lot of things.
That's why I'm saying there's exceptional things. But for the most part, most 18-year-old girls I know are not in the same place in their life as the average 30-plus-year-old man.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
On average, I'm saying.
What do men and women have in common in general? Like, are you talking music and shit? Because
no, I'm not even saying just music. I'm just saying like this girl is going to cheer practice while he should be hopefully having maybe a home and like paying bills and shit while she's having a bow in her hair and doing the splits. Like that's two very different things.
Yo, Carson, can you pull up a photo? I want to pull this up really quick. It's the Leonardo DiCaprio photo.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's pull this up.
I do have a dog and live alone. Actually, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so, and I'll tell you when to switch it, Carson. Not yet though. This is Leonardo DiCaprio. They broke up, but Camila or some shit. That was his girlfriend for a couple years. He was in his 40s. She was in her early 20s. So this is what the world sees. And the next photo is what Kiara? Did I say it right? Kira?
Call me Keeko, please.
Keeko. Okay. This is what you see. When you see this is what you see. Pull up the next one. Control tab over.
Okay, here we go.
This is what you see.
Damn dead. That's how you're making it seem, though. I live near.
Like, do you see the difference?
Baby, yeah.
But do you see the difference? Like, it's
because that's a 4-year-old. Like, what do you? Can we please agree to fucking disagree? Because
I don't think she's gonna change her point.
I'm not. Like, you can't. There's literally nothing you could say to me that I'm going to say you're right. Other things, sure, I'll be like, you know what? Maybe fuck. Like, you got a point. I'm dying on this hill.
So I ask again. What advantages are there to dating a woman who is 31 versus 21?
That she doesn't have a locker in a high school hallway, that hopefully she's not living in her parents' house anymore.
Put her age at 20.
Maybe that her parents are tracking her location.
What 21-year-old has a locker and lives with their parents?
Once again, I'm not talking about 21-year-olds. I'm talking about 18-year-olds.
You said 18 to 20.
I thought he was. He just asked you though.
You're shifting the goalposts.
She said 21. Did she not?
But okay, no. But my question was,
never said anything about 21.
What advantages are there to dating a woman who is 31 versus 21?
I just listed them.
No 21-year-old has a locker
you'd be in a
high school.
more similar place in life. I'm not saying
a
you
woman
listen to the
who
same
is
music,
30,
you listen to the same shit.
A woman who is 30, she might have a more developed career. She might be.
Do not care at all. But
guys don't care about careers.
And
when you're building a family, a man wouldn't care to build with. Okay.
Some men, depending on their earning capability, but my goal is to be retired at 40 and I'll be able to provide for everything, and so
let's go, Brian. Good stuff.
I think that a man and a woman who are closer in age, they would just, like Kiara said, they have more in common.
Like what? What do they have in common?
A woman. I can say for surely that I'm 22. And I've made really poor decisions when I was 20 and 21 that I would not make today, that I would not.
Why does that mean that you wouldn't be able to date someone that was 30?
I'm sorry, this is actually crazy to me. What's your name again?
Day.
Okay.
Because I feel
like... So I'm 21. So are you had this argument earlier about like the prefrontal cortex thing. And I guess your past self, like 12 months ago, is like way different than like decisions you would make now. So are you telling me like right now, I, as a 21-year-old, do not have the like enough mental capacity to make proper decisions about my body in relationships?
No, I'm saying that everybody who does not have a developed prefrontal cortex is probably not making the best decisions that they can for themselves. Because the prefrontal cortex, that's a part of the brain that deals with decision making.
Yeah, I get that. So should we move the age of consent to 25 when everyone has a fully developed prefrontal cortex? If you're going to say that, I feel like that you have to say that. Otherwise,
I don't.
Well, then don't say that people under 25
it's because the example we're giving is somebody, no matter the gender, forget the gender, somebody dating someone for one person who's under that time frame of your prefrontal cortex, whatever fucking getting developed, versus somebody who's already past that time where their prefrontal cortex is already developed. So it may be easier for them to, like we said before, either manipulate or girls not to realize what's going on. They could do things they wouldn't usually do. Like maybe sign a lease with this man and be stuck with him forever. Or maybe they would take abuse that they wouldn't usually take if they were older. Like there's a lot of
I feel like when women
to act like this doesn't happen, and you guys are women, so this is like kind of crazy.
I feel like when women reach a less vulnerable age, they can make better decisions. They can be like, oh, this guy, maybe this guy genuinely does enjoy who I am as a person and likes being with me. I feel like maybe you are not that developed or that knowledgeable at a younger age to decipher whether a man wants you for you or your body or for like what you do for him, you know?
Yeah, so should then younger women or men not be, are we saying that like it's better that they not have relationships if they're not
We're saying they
able
have
to make good
relationships with
relationship
people on the
decisions?
same developed cortex of them. So people with developed cortexes have relationships with people with developed cortexes, and people with undeveloped cortexes have relationships with people with undeveloped cortexes. Does that make sense?
I have a question.
That sounds kind of stupid to me. I'm not gonna lie.
I have a question.
I mean, a guy who's 27 could have a developed cortex, and I wouldn't. He's only 5 years older than me. So you're saying I shouldn't be with him?
Oh,
How old are you?
Damiana
22.
with the.
I don't think
That's why I'm
I don't
just
think that
curious,
age gap
like-
is too far out.
No.
because
It's like when we say a point,
Interesting.
there can be no exceptions. But then when you guys say a point, it's like, well, obviously we mean an exception of this. Well, obviously. an
Well,
exception of this.
I'm just
It's
trying
like,
to
but we
tease.
can't
It's
do
just
it
a
on the
crazy
same
thing to
time. I'm
say
just
that people who
curious.
are
No, you're
like,
good, you're good. I'm
like
not
the
really talking about
21-year-olds,
them.
like my, like, but you're basically just saying like, I don't have the mental capacity to.
I'm not
stuff in
saying
one
that.
statement and, like,
You
let
know
it
what I'm
go for the
saying,
whole
Tara?
podcast
What I'm
sometimes.
saying, Tara, is that you may not have enough life experience or development to make the best decisions possible.
She's only
That's
a
all
year
I'm
younger
saying.
than us, though. Like,
Yeah, and I'm saying I don't either. I don't.
I feel like that's
Wait.
not a great argument because even the girl last time that was on here, she was like 30 something, didn't make the best decisions. So that doesn't always
Oh,
go for
yeah.
every. Yeah. So when she keeps saying this young shit, like it has nothing to do with that. It's how
Yeah,
you were
that's-
raised, who taught you, what your upbringing was. It has nothing to do with that. Yes,
Oh.
I understand what you're saying, but that doesn't go for everybody. And with all these young entrepreneur women,
Of course there's
who are-
exceptions
who are
with
lit-
everything.
You're gonna tell me
There's
that a girl who's
exceptions with
doing OF at
everything.
18 years old, she's literally flicking her being online, lives on her own, doing her own thing, can make her own
Did
decisions.
we not
now?
say there's no
All of a
exceptions?
sudden-
Did we
all
not
of a
say there's no
sudden-
exceptions?
I didn't say she can.
All of a sudden,
Okay.
did we not
Okay,
start
girl,
those
how old are
exceptions?
She
you?
can definitely.
Fucking younger than you.
Yeah, I can tell.
Hold on, guys. One mic at a time. One mic.
Papa
One,
Jane
guys.
Psycho.
Okay, she can definitely make decisions.
guys,
That's
guys.
not what I
One mic.
said.
You don't hear your tone
That's
when
not
you're
what I
speaking to me,
said.
you're insane. If you don't
Stop,
talk
stop,
in a
stop.
polite manner.
I'm talking. You're
No,
like
your
yelling.
tone of voice is very rude.
You're probably,
actually.
you're
I
probably
want-
just offended.
No,
Everyone,
I'm not.
can we
Because
just-
none of your points have affected me because they've all been
can we
stupid
just-
as fuck. So I
Why
really
you're
don't read them.
screaming and
If anything, hers,
insulting?
I've gotten some of yours, and honestly, sometimes when you say, it,
What?
I'm like, maybe I get it. But a lot of it just sounds like pick me, choose me, love me. Like, you think I'm like Andrew Tate?
We can't have the opposite fucking
Like,
opinion of
no, you
somebody
can.
without being a pick me.
No,
think I'm
I
a
never
pick
said
me?
that. I never said that. But the ones that you're like broadcasting are just very pick me-ish.
Well,
like,
can I be honest with you? You're literally just arguing for no reason, insulting me. I haven't insulted you once. This is a debate, Mama. Take it
called me a
easy.
5-year-old. The last
It's a
sentence.
debate.
You just called me a
It's a
5-year-old.
debate.
I'm literally.
It's a debate. Calm down. And yes,
You were
I'm
the
Team
one-
Tate because you keep bagging on him. Team Tate.
Oh my
saying
god,
that.
for the sex trafficker, yes, Team Tate.
Where's
The
your proof?
sex trafficker.
You got proof?
He posted it online
Where's your
himself
proof?
for a podcast.
He just got
Where's your proof?
arrested.
Yeah,
Where's your
like,
proof?
he's
He
in
just
jail.
got
Your
arrested.
man's in jail.
I need proof, not accusations.
I think they want me out. And I'm like
She was
totally
really
ready.
wrong.
Yes. Peace.
I'm totally ready to go.
Don't worry.
Nobody
we'll-
fucking asked you,
I'll-
though. That was
I'll-
the crazy
whoa,
part.
whoa. Bring this. Okay, let's.
I can't cuss all of a sudden. We've been cussing all podcasts. You act like now because I'm cussing. It's a fucking big ass deal.
Savenya, mamonissimo.
Like you literally talk about labia removal
Whoa.
surgery on here, and
Whoa.
I can't say fucking. Like, come on.
Hey, don't shame women with large labias. don't do it,
I would never.
Keeko. Don't do it.
I love all.
That's
labias.
my soft spot. Okay, wait. So I want to bring it back to you. You were saying something good. Oh, career. Okay, so an older woman brings her career.
Okay, no, that's not the only thing she brings to the table, though. I feel like an older woman is more intelligent. She's more developed. She's been through like more in life to where.
So baggage.
I mean, is baggage necessarily a bad thing?
Yeah.
I think everybody has baggage, though.
But
Every single person.
Sure.
And that baggage doesn't only come from relationships. It can come from family trauma. It can come from other things. So
if you had to choose, well, I think it's a bit different though, because I feel like men's, oh God, I'm gonna get canceled for this. I feel like men's trauma tends to build them, and women's trauma breaks them. Oh God, I'm gonna get
That's a
canceled.
hot take.
That's a
yeah,
hot
that's
take.
definitely bold.
I don't think
Brian.
I like
I
that.
mean, I just
Can I
saying.
make a comment to that? I feel like that's very bold to say.
I could be wrong.
I feel
Yeah,
like that's
I'm
very
like
bold to
50-50.
say when men lead our suicide rates. So If they lead the
That's a
suicide
great
rates,
point.
like how can
Okay, I
they
lose.
technically? Finally,
You
I
are
did it right.
thrown down.
I'll take the L. I don't know. Maybe I take the L on this one, but I just, to me, I don't see the benefit of dating. And here's the thing, right? I would say most of the women I date are around my age, because I don't think I'm of a high enough status. I don't think I earn enough. I don't think I'm physically attractive enough to attract like a 21-year-old baddie. Maybe in the future I got to use like 5 pounds, but most of the women I do date are within my age range. Actually, I dated a 45-year-old cutie, recently, but that's another, is that weird? She was 45, 33, what's up? Actually, I was 32 at the time. Did she
Do I have to answer that question?
Did she prey on me, Keeko?
Do I have to answer that question?
She preyed on me, didn't she?
I didn't know you were.
I was preyed
went
upon.
into a time machine and went back to the age of
I
below
feel
21
like
during
just
that relationship.
because men like younger women, they do not have to go for exceptionally young women. Like 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's young. Are you telling me that's not young?
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know.
it's kind of like in the same way that like you can keep edging out in terms of a guy's height. Oh, 5'11's good. 6 feet would be better. 6'1, 6'2. So it's like 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Because, okay, and this would maybe tie into our body count discussion. The older you are, generally speaking, you're going to have a higher body count. And men prefer women with a low body count. Men value sexual purity in women. And sexual purity, I mean, virginity is obviously crazy, but I'm talking low body count.
Are you saying you personally, or like all men prefer a woman with a low body count?
Almost all men prefer low body count.
None of the men I've been with really.
None of the men.
At least not they stated. Maybe they
Bro,
kept
you're
it really
dating
inside.
cucks then, bro.
It's just,
I've honestly
never
never been asked my body count.
Yeah, either.
We like.
I don't know why
out
there's an
in
assumption
other
though that
ways.
like there could be an 18, there could be a 20-year-old girl who has 50 bodies and a 30-year-old woman who has one body. Like I don't understand why that's such a heavy correlation. It's so dependent on who that woman is. And honestly, I would like to argue a woman that gets along, a younger age woman who gets along very well with an older man, the life experiences she's had means that she's probably been doing things that are of more grown stature from a younger age, so she probably has more bodies than the average 18-year-old already does.
Okay, but here's the thing about the whole, well, yes, a 20-year-old could have 50 bodies and a 30-year-old could have 3, but the 20-year-old who has 50 let's say the 20-year-old who has 20 bodies, how much is she going to have at 30? That's the point.
But that's so dependent on the person. That girl could that one day get in a relationship and never have one body the rest of her life. Or that one 30-year-old, the 30-year-old with 3 bodies could have been in relationships the whole time, get single, and now she's fucking the whole world at 35.
Well, the exception doesn't make the rule. The exception doesn't make the rule. Like as you start to age, you start accumulating more and more bodies.
Of course, as you age, as you get more bodies, but it's not a direct lineage line. Like, okay, she's 19, so she has 4 bodies. She's 23, she has 7 bodies. She's 26, she has. It's so vastly different depending on woman to woman, even by look. So it's like that's why I feel like it's very hard to assume that, because it is so fucking different. It's so hard to look at somebody and actually know their body count.
I knew a 19-year-old girl who had 100 plus bodies.
Right.
I'm not exaggerating. I knew a girl who's 28. She was a virgin.
Right. Exactly.
We had a girl on. Well, she was
26.
She was 26. Lost her virginity. Then she
went crazy with 30 bodies by the time she was 30. Swear to God.
It's a perfect example.
And she was 30, had way more bodies than me. So I was like, oh shit.
Perfect example. That's why I'm like,
she looked pure and
I don't
innocent
like how
too,
this
remember?
argument is.
She looked pure and innocent.
And that's the thing too. Like I'm sure you've gotten this before. It kind of just brought up at my work the other night. I didn't know before I got tattoos that tattoos were equate for women, like you're a promiscuous woman, you're a slut, you're a whore, whatever. I never ever.
It's also
heard
for
that.
trauma. Like it's considered, men want women who are pure and feminine, and when we're sitting here getting tattooed, we're self-mutilating ourselves. That doesn't show pure and femininity. So when they see us, they know we've been through too much trauma enough to deal and withstand this. You know how hard it is to sit through tattoos, especially big ones. A lot of women can't do that, so that's how they view that.
I honestly
but I love that for myself, if anything, because then I'm going to attract the right man that I want. But I just, for what my point was though, I never knew that, because they didn't really say trauma. A couple of them said, like, if anything, I think she's gone through hella shit because like she could handle the pain. But no, a lot of them are like, oh no, like she is a slave, she has like multiple tattoos, she's a whore, she's a slut, she's sleeping around. And I'm like, I've never, it's such a dated, like I've never equate it, maybe certain tattoos like tramp stamps or something like, but just tattoos in general, I've never. But like this chat, like they always say to me, like they just assume like I'm a whore, I'm a slut, I'm this for tattoos, whatever. And it's like, I don't know. What you're gonna say, Tara?
Well, did you want to come in?
Nothing. Just I was like, I think about that a lot recently because it's like really popular. Like I don't think in this way it's like a correlate for like trauma, but like a lot of it's very popular like for even just like girls that you wouldn't necessarily be like the type to get tattoos, to get like, you know, really cutesy little tiny like heart ones or whatever, like all this stuff. But I like still don't think like it'll ever be something I do because like personally I feel like it's like a body purity thing. But
I respect that.
We do need to get caught up on the super chats, guys. So guys, get your super chats in. I will get them really quick. I just want to add one thing. So as far as like, and we'll move on as soon as I say it, but here's another example. Okay. So guys who like younger women, if you want to make P-word comparisons. Okay. Women who have a preference for men who don't have beards, they're P-words. Women who like guys who are clean shaven, sorry, y'all are P-words. I'm sorry. Keeko, do you have a preference for men who are clean shaven?
I don't have a preference either or.
I'm just saying.
If I did, I do love a good old porn stash.
You want a guy
I
with
love a thick porn stash, baby.
There's some women who
That's
like
what I
guys
like.
clean shaven.
I've never been one of that women. And actually,
those women are P-words.
the only women I've ever heard say that were like usually like bisexual or in the closet lesbian women. To be honest, I rarely hear grown women say they prefer no facial hair. If anything, that's like a red flag for them.
Okay.
Like I have friends who won't date dudes without facial hair. If anything. Yeah, you're their type, Ryan. Hit them up.
Look, every single, like I want to say, of the past 3 or 4 girls I've dated, they've all been very open that they do not like the facial hair.
That's so weird.
I've never heard.
I really
I
prefer facial hair. Yeah, I was gonna say
I love a
I
hairy
prefer
man.
facial
I
hair.
prefer it.
I've never heard this
Hairy
before.
chest and
Yeah.
all.
I
Love a
haven't heard many
mustache,
women
love
say
a
that.
beard, love hair on
Maybe
the
they don't like
chest.
ungroomed, like
The happy
ungroomed,
trail.
super like
That's
down
hard.
to here, like you have food in your shit. Like that's a different story. But like a beard, a mustache, a goatee, I would always prefer that. I think over none. It's not a deal breaker for me, but I think I would prefer facial hair.
Facts, I
Actually, and on the
I
topic
would feel like I'm dating a little boy.
I'd also like to say that I don't care that the women that I see don't wax or shave down there.
Ooh. I need a trimming.
You said it wrong.
I've had one.
I
too
feel
many
like if you're like
teeth.
completely bald like there, it's like, I don't know, a little childlike.
I'm bald down there.
What?
If you prefer a woman like completely
like
bald,
waxed.
like you expect a grown woman to be completely bald down there on their
little
arms,
closer.
on their legs. If you expect a woman
Arms, I mean, that's whatever.
to be
but
bald on
down
their
there, it's
arms, on their
nice.
legs, on their vagina, everywhere, you expect a grown woman to be hairless. I'm sorry, you're not looking for a grown woman. You're looking for a child.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's
That's
just
extreme.
a preference,
Whoa.
honestly.
I
Some
was-
men don't
I
like
was-
hair.
I was
Yeah.
being kind of, I was being memeing with the women who prefer men with shaved beards are pedos, but you've gone full force with it. So, okay.
When, if a guy was like, no, I don't want to talk to you, you don't shave your arms or your vagina or your legs, like,
So are you
I would
saying
be
you
like,
have-
that's a little bit strange.
into the mic straight on?
I would think that's a little bit strange.
If a guy had a preference for a woman who shaved her legs, I mean, that's pretty standard.
No. If a guy is like, I don't like women who are hairy on their arms, hairy on their legs, if they have hair on their vagina, like, that
I
is
mean-
so,
I
like,
think, okay.
I mean,
Let me
that's
try
a
to help her.
stretch,
I
bro.
think she's not saying like, 'cause I don't fully agree with that, but I think what she's trying to say is not that it's their preference, but it's like it's an end all be all. Like
Yes.
if you didn't shave your legs that day or whatever, he's like, I'm not even gonna fucking lady. Like you're a
Yes.
nasty.
Has a guy
hairy.
told you that before?
in my life, I've met men who are like, oh my God, your arms are so hairy, or like have made those comments. And it's,
Can you,
Yeah.
do you
Do I
want to
care?
show the camera?
Like, her hair's
That's like,
She's
that's
Hispanic, it's like
pretty,
normal.
I mean,
That's
that's
like
not,
normal.
that's
And
not bad, like.
I don't think so. But
doesn't
some
look
men
bad.
are weird and they're like,
Arm
I don't
hair-
like hairy arms, hairy legs, or a
Yeah.
hairy vagina.
I think like I get it. Having a preference is totally fine. I prefer more groomed than not for sure. But I think it's just more of a when it's like with some men it does become like a very big deal when you don't. I'm not saying like. Yes, it's very different if she decides like I'm gonna go. I'm going
has
nature
mad-
and
I
I'm
bet her
going.
armpits are
I'm growing
mad
my
hairy.
armpits like here and my coochie out, whatever, that's completely different. But if like you miss a couple days on shaving and your dude's already like having issues with it, that's kind of like, do you want me or a doll?
Do you have plastic surgery?
What do you mean? I'm wearing a push-up for sure.
Oh, okay. I thought I was. Okay.
Like, what do you mean?
No.
Wait. Okay.
I'm 22. I'm poor as fuck.
Yeah, you don't. Oh, okay. Well, there's some 22-year-olds, sugar daddies and shit. But wait, okay. So the hair thing, but like, me personally, if a girl had a bit of forearm hair, I don't give a fuck. You don't have to shave that, but like, it is nice. Like, shaved legs are nice, just for the.
Less friction.
For the speed, you know, but
okay, what I'm saying is like a man. Okay, so people like men will be like, I will not eat you out unless you're hairless down there.
Well, I don't. Oh, Jesus.
That's a little bit.
Okay, so do you ever put this into play? Like, I have a lot of brothers. What if they had a bad experience? What if they like, I don't know if you know this, hair carries odor. And like, not to be rude, I've known friends who wax. A lot of women aren't very clean, baby. So with all that hair, and you're walking a fro, like 80s fro, I'm sorry, a lot of people aren't gonna go down on that. It just shows that you're clean cut and stuff. I'm not saying every single time and all that, but again, I've never been through that situation. No guy I've been with would ever tell me that shit.
Wait, question.
I don't mind.
I would die.
I don't mind people wax. No, that's not really what I'm trying to say.
I prefer to wax it all.
Yeah, I prefer to wax too, but I'm saying like, I'm not gonna discriminate against a woman and be like, I'm not going to eat you out because you have stubble.
I mean,
but you're different from him. It's a preference.
But men do that, and that's strange.
Why every time a man has a preference, it's weird? I never get that. Like, why can't they just have preferences and that's it? Or just, that's what they want. If he doesn't want to be able to grow with a fro, that's his thing. It's simple.
Simple.
Oh my God.
I'm your hype man now. But I mean, can't it just be like a utilitarian thing? Like, it's maybe more uncomfortable for the guy.
Women were born with hair on them. I'm sorry.
Women were also born not wearing makeup, so maybe you should stop wearing makeup.
So
that's a good point.
And men were also born without Viagra, so maybe when you have a limp dick, you shouldn't use that either.
What kind of guys are you getting with that have to use that? That says a lot.
I'm not, but if it's covered by insurance, obviously a lot of men need it. So.
Wait. So okay.
I think she hates men.
I don't even. How did we get
Most of my men are. She's actually probably one of my only girlfriends I hang out with here. All of my friends are men. Most of them are actually conservative Republican men, actually, and we all get along just fine. Because I can disagree with people, but we just move on. We don't sit and debate it for hours.
But Tay brought up a really good point. Like, it seems every time a guy has a preference, a standard, or a boundary, it's always like.
He's weird or
I mean, normally it's just like. It's typically tamer levels of shaming. Like, it's either insecure or misogyny or controlling or dominant or whatever. But like, y'all want to go to the P word thing real quick.
Because I feel like that preference is rooted in something else.
But what, have you ever asked though? Instead of assuming, you just look what you're saying. That's a big word to use. Yeah. Ask him.
Ask him.
I never called somebody a pedophile. Yes. I didn't say pedophile once.
You said it's weird though.
I said it's childlike.
So what does that mean that it's childlike?
So if a woman
you're literally saying it without saying it. So stop trying to backpedal.
If a woman has a preference, is it rooted in anything else, or is it simply just a preference?
If that like what he said, if a woman is preferring that a man is like all clean shaven everywhere, I also would think that's a little bit strange. Why do you want him to look like a little boy?
I mean, I think it's just their preference. If a girl has a preference, okay. I can articulate a reason why a woman might prefer guys clean shaven. Some women, when kissing, the beard will rub up against them. Maybe they get a little, I don't know, red what's it called? Irritation. Thank you. And or maybe they don't like how it looks.
Okay, you can have your preferences, and I can believe that they're strange or not.
True.
But I mean, it's just. Fair. It's unfair to assume that both genders are pedophilic.
Yeah, why does it have to get taken to
like that? It just seems very extreme.
That's very extreme, I do say. But to be fair, though, you can't assume that childlike does mean pedophilic. But it is different if she would be straight up using that word that it is. She's just saying It does resemble
Because-
prepubescent when we don't have hair. And
why is that the first thing you guys think of? Like when I'm listening to you guys, and that's the first thing you think of. Is it like, why does that you bring that up? Is it trauma? Like that's not something I think of if somebody asks me, hey Tay, I want you to be shaved. Like if that's something wrong, it's rooted in something. You're thinking.
I
of
think
that
it's
for a
rooted
reason.
in our research.
Think about that.
My research, if anything, would be
so what's the
rooted in
research? I want to know
sociology and education.
Wait, what's the stat though? What are you talking about exactly?
The research shows that men who prefer women
No,
who
I'm
are
not saying no. That's
clean-shaven are
not
like
what I
making
ever
up.
said at fucking. Oh my god, I'm so tired of
It's for
taking my shit out of
speed,
context.
Keeko.
No.
It's for speed. I'm telling you.
I'm saying it's just based off of my research that I do. It does create me to look at certain things like this a little bit more deeply. Like, okay, why is that? Because sociology is a study of society and what we're doing and why things happen and the people in it and everything interworking. So sometimes based off of my research, I'm not saying exactly that I've studied the shaving thing, but in things like that where there is sometimes something is scraping the level and there is that iceberg underneath, that is some of a topic that we do bring up nowadays in sociology. I'm not saying it's correct or I agree with it, but with what I study, yes, sometimes you'll want to take that layer off and think, is there a deeper reason that we see this? Especially after all of this Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein and all this. Yeah, I can never pronounce.
Is it Ghislaine?
I can never pronounce her name. But after that, I think a lot of us looked at things a little bit more with a critical eye. Like, is this something deeper? Because it was right in front of our faces, and we didn't even know.
If I'm willing to concede that, not that I would, that men who are attracted to either younger women or who have a preference for women who are shaved down there, if I'm willing to concede that that is problematic because they want children, are you willing to concede that women that are attracted to tall men have an incestuous fetishization for their fathers because they want to look up and look at a tall man?
Is everybody's dad taller than them?
Mine is.
Almost.
If you were a kid.
Mine are the same height.
My dad's 6'5".
But
it's when you were a kid though. When you were a kid, of course your father was taller than you.
If anything, I would say
I also said that I don't care about height, so I feel like it's kind of
You'll date a 4'11" dude? Come on.
I mean,
someone the same height. She's not looking up to somebody her same height though.
I would prefer somebody to be like, if I'm dating a man, for a woman, I don't care how tall she is or how short he is. But if I'm dating a man, I think I would prefer a man that's like my height or taller. Does that mean that I don't find shorter men attractive? No, there's definitely some short kings out there.
Listen, Day, what you've just told me is incredibly problematic. The fact that you would prefer to date a guy who's taller than you means that you are incestuous.
But I'm not against
How dare
it.
you?
But I'm not against dating
that is
somebody
a crime.
who's as tall as me or shorter.
This is an affront to humanity. You are an incestuous. I'm kidding, by the way.
That's okay.
But you see what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I'm not. What I'm gonna say next is yes. If that's my preference and that's your opinion on my preference, okay. So you're allowed to have an opinion, and I'm allowed to have a preference.
I identify as the correct person on this issue. Will you will you affirm my identity as the correct person on this issue?
What are we getting at here?
Oh.
What is the point of
I can guarantee you it's my identity. Anyways, I'm
next.
Okay. All right, let's do the soup chats. Let's do the soup chats, boys. Yo, guys, get your soup chats in. And sorry, let me get caught up here to where we were. I'm trying to see the last one. All right, so we have, Calvin Hamilton. Thank you, man. Oh, did he change his thing? Anyways, as always, Tay says what all of us men want to say. Homegirl Keeko is a walking red flag. So defensive and manic. Can we give her a hug? God damn. But anyway, what's your definition of romance? Do you actually want me to ask the girls that question? I'm just a little, do you really want to know? Come on. Romance? Anybody? Anybody?
I'm not feeling really romantic right now.
You don't? You're not feeling romantic at all, Keeko? What about? Hold on. What about? Anything?
No.
Okay. Sorry, Calvin.
What next?
What? Wait, what? Steven Sol?
Second to last, bro.
Oh my. Okay. Andrew Steven Solis, thank you for the $10 soup chat. If a guy can't get it up, do you blame yourself or the guy? And how does it make you feel? My chick left me for that, even though I'm 9 long. She only saw it at 4. Grower and shower. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Is that a deal breaker for you? If well, I guess you could just answer the soup chat as is. Go ahead.
It depends. It depends. If it's like one time, like I'm not gonna just off the first time, like you know, maybe he's nervous, things happen, alcohol, whatever. But if like consistently, yeah, and you're not willing to take like something for it, I don't think I'm gonna be. I can't have limp dick. No, I'd rather get some plastic than to be real.
What if he made you come another way? Still, you still need the D.
I don't think it's.
You still need the D.
Yeah, because like again, I could just get a bitch, you know.
Yeah.
What has nice that has like titties. That has like that has like titties and an ass. Like, why would I want a man with a limp dick if he's gonna do everything a woman's gonna do for me? Then I'd rather get a woman with some like nice titties, areolas, and the ass and all.
Can I ask you a question on that?
Yes.
So you're bi.
Yes.
What's your labia preference? Do you like innies or outies?
Innies.
I've never even noticed a difference.
But have you had both?
I don't think I ever.
Are you bi too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
I don't think I've ever like took her pants down and was like, oh, that's an innie, that's an outie. Like, I don't remember.
Sure, most of us
I
are.
don't really know what you mean by any outie.
Oh,
what?
Some girls' lips are different than
the
others.
labia.
Talking about like beef curtains versus no beef curtains.
No beef curtains for me.
Deli sandwich or
I don't know.
PB&J?
Whoa.
What? I mean,
Whoa.
it's a debate.
Whoa.
Like out of all the girls I slept with, I don't remember what their.
No, me either.
Me either. Like,
But I would remember a smell. I would remember if they had a distinct smell. I would remember that.
Have you ever gone through that before?
Yes.
Yes.
But
Wait. Do you tell them or do you keep going? Girl, you better not. Ew, no.
I didn't keep going, but
shit.
I didn't exactly tell them, but I didn't keep going. I got out of the situation, if that makes sense. I'm too nice. I don't want to hurt her like that. You know, I debated like going to her later and being like, yo, like girl to girl, but like you never know how someone's gonna take something.
I want
like,
somebody to tell me. I would want somebody to
tell me.
But
I'd feel way too bad.
But she got back with her ex-girlfriend like a couple weeks after that. So I'm like, that's homegirl's problem now.
Yeah.
Like that's her. Hopefully she'll tell me. No.
Okay. So deal breaker if the guy can't get it up.
Yeah. Deal breaker for sure.
I agree with Kiara. I mean, if it's like every single time, yeah, no.
I would kind of go with that same sentiment. I realize that there's a lot of other I wouldn't take it completely personal because I realize that there's a lot of other factors that could go into it. But if it became an all the time thing, then I would, it'd be a deal breaker.
Yeah, sexual chemistry is really important. If we were married, it's a different story. But if we're just like relationship, I don't know.
Like if you were married and then he started getting
because I usually don't sleep
after.
around. I usually have a boyfriend and then like we're already like together. You know what I mean? I don't like just doing stuff with people I don't know.
Yeah, but but wouldn't you find out when your boyfriend?
That's what I'm saying. We're already together at that point. I'm not gonna dump you for that. I feel like that's so like fucked up.
That's kind of why. Yeah, that's why like when people say they're waiting till marriage,
I'm
like,
no, I don't think I could do it. I
Okay.
can't dump somebody.
She thought about it before.
Yeah, if he matches everything I need besides that, that's fucked up. No,
because that's what leads to cheating and adultery and all this stuff. If you're not pleased in bed to the full amount, then you're gonna go seek for it other ways.
I don't cheat regardless, though.
That's what most people say, but
nah, I'm not most people, baby.
And just the original question, like, I just so it's fair to super chat. I do want to. So I kind of reframed it, but would you blame yourself or the guy? Like, let's say the first time if he didn't get it up, would you blame yourself? Blame the guy? Would you feel bad about it, or just be like, it happens? Like next time, you know.
I just don't see the need to put blame on either person. I
No.
think it just
Stuff
happens.
happens.
If it's a one-time, it just
Okay.
happens. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
sometimes girls will like
They get upset about that shit.
they'll be like,
Yeah, that's
oh, is it
stupid.
me?
Yeah.
You know.
That's dumb.
What's wrong
I've
with
been
you? You don't wanna
totally
do me?
offended
Yeah.
before. I've been offended.
You've been
before.
offended when the
I thought
guy-
I was like not attractive
and
or
I had
not
to
or
tell her
something,
that
but
it was not her. I remember
Yeah,
that
she was
like,
around.
telling
I
her
was like, oh, I'm
gross.
ugly or something, but they just had ED. I guess.
Did you react like all
Maybe.
crazy, or did you just like tell them?
No,
like,
I just went to her. I don't go and tell them, obviously, but I was just like, bummed.
Okay, we have Cuckoo Keeko. What is this photo? Wait, that's a photo. Wait,
that's me.
that's
And
you.
wow, super unnecessary.
Wow.
What is the? I don't.
Cuckoo Keeko.
I'm in a straight
Coco.
jacket.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
okay. Nice Photoshop. I believe that's our homie No Caprio. Thank you, man.
Oh my
It is.
god.
It's kinda cute, though.
I left
It's
my.
hilarious.
Do you want to read it? Can you read it for us?
I left my straitjacket at the nut house. When I start clapping, just know it's not peanut butter. And feel free to suplex me. I have no self-respect for myself anyways.
Yeah, we can tell, bud.
Back to you, Brian.
All right.
Yikes.
Yo, Pollux99, thank you, man. Brian, for the show, instead of Frank Castle, you can give the offender the heave-ho. Send the asteroid. I got you, man. Hold up. All right, boom. Fucking asteroid sent. Appreciate it, man. I also have a couple sounds. I instead of hold on, let me see if I can find them. I haven't yet had to do Frank Castle. Just maybe my tolerance is really high, but fuck. Let me see if I can find the sounds. I want your guys' feedback on these potential kick-out sounds. Let's see. Okay, so we have.
This is Sparta!
We have.
Peace out, you too, homie.
And well, we kind of.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Okay, those are the three sound. I don't know. All right. Yo, Chaz, thank you for the $10 super chat. I think with an age gap present, it's just easier to establish a respectful dynamic between the couple. The men with options will always take the best available option. Also, Tara, what gym do go to? Tara?
No.
Oh shit. Yeah. Unfortunately, she left. I'm sorry. This super chat probably came in when she's still here. We're a little behind on. Yeah, we're about 45 minutes behind on the super chats, or the most recent one. Yo, Alex, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate the support. Just a reminder, $10 and up.
Nicotine. You guys know what nicotine is?
Cancer.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like, actually, matter of fact,
What?
I also have to piss too.
Oh.
I'm gonna go fucking hit my vape.
Okay. What?
Drugs,
No,
drugs.
but they want to. You gotta stay for the super chats. I mean, whoa. Okay. Yo, Gus, the $10 super chat. Thank you, man. How would you feel if man called you weak, short, and dumb for wanting someone that is more stronger than you, more money, confident, taller, ambitious, good leader? Sounds dumb, doesn't it? Men lead, women follow. Your thoughts on that super chat?
I think he's just angry.
I think Gus needs to work on wording his sentences because
I
every
agree,
single
though.
one he sends is like takes me a second.
Well, is it like he's saying
I agree, though.
if
He's
you want a
saying-
guy who's stronger, taller, more makes good money, confident, ambitious, etc., does that mean that you're weak, short, and dumb?
Mm-hmm. Basically, because women shame men for what they want as preferences, and then what we say we can have tall, 6-figure, 6-inch, all this, and no one shames us. We can have whatever we want.
I don't really get it still, no, because just because I'm with a man who's weak or with a man who's strong and whatever he said, the other ones, doesn't mean now that I'm short or not
No,
at all.
you missed the point. It's just because
Maybe I am,
yeah,
maybe
you
because of the
missed
way he's
point,
wording
yeah.
it, because I don't think those go hand in hand. Why can't we be strong and tall and shit together?
All right. We got Dart Sam with the Canadian $10. Thank you. If women don't have their frontal cortex not developed until 21, then should women not date at all until they're 21? Men in their 18s are more immature. There is more chance to have a power play. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, when it comes to that whole thing, I mean, you could even argue that younger women are actually at their peak agency when they're between like 18 to 22. I think you have the most negotiating power when it comes to finding a partner at that age versus when you're 31. So who really has the power, I think? Plus also, I wanted to bring this up related to that. I think women get way more experience than men do in the dating realm at a young age. So women are running circles around, and women I think are just more attuned socially to begin with. So women are just already running circles around men their same age. So like women have, by the time a woman's 21, she's had way more experience dealing with men. Well, I don't know if I want to go down this road because this might, you've had way more experience dealing with men than the reverse.
I wouldn't say that because I definitely know that boys at my high school at least were going rampant while most of the girls weren't for the fear of being called a hoe or more. But I do agree with your statement that at the same age and at least intelligent wise and like, you know, the power field and stuff, most women, at the exact same age growing up have more intellectual power and could maybe manipulate a man worse than they could them. Yeah. But doesn't mean that, I don't think that's because they have more experience or not. I just think because we're generally smarter.
Wait, you're saying the guys
I was kidding. I was kidding.
No, but-
Please don't start. Please don't start. I was kidding.
Wait, no. But the guys at your high school, you said they were. You mean like the top 10% of guys?
I would say
your high school?
overall there was more guys getting more experience. The guys were getting more experience with girls than vice versa because guys weren't scared of being called a hoe or a whore for hopping into a relationship or hooking up with this girl or dating this girl. They didn't have that fear. Whereas as girls, I remember all my friends super scared. Like if they would move on from one guy too quickly, they would be the next hoe or like that was a big thing at my school, at least in my schools in my area. I don't know if that's common everywhere.
All right. Well, we got Eric Chilson here with the $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. These women are looking at relationships like they're a battlefield instead of a union. Thinking men want to manipulate their partners is such a pessimistic view to have on men. I mean, that is a good point. And I often think like, well, okay, let's say a 20-year-old girl, is she better off fucking a 20-year-old fuck boy who's going to fucking play games with her, fucking chuck her, boom, just run one night stand, or a 30-year-old guy who wants a genuine loving relationship with her, who wants to provide, protect, and wants something serious? Which is better for the girl?
The older guy.
Definitely the older guy.
Yeah, I prefer that too for younger women.
I mean, I don't know.
Because he has more secure.
I think that guy made
a good point.
Yeah,
that's a very good point. Yeah, because he's more secure. He could do more things for you than a fuckboy. He's probably going to be around a whole bunch of little girls. That's all he wants. Keep messing around with girls. That's not good.
I think it's
somebody who's older is more stable.
I think it would be not. I don't want to like frame it from a point of view of like damaging that it's damaging to date a guy who's older. But you can make that if you do say it's somehow problematic in some way for a woman to want to date or for a woman to date an older guy. I mean, in terms of the impact on her life. I would assume that just getting passed around by a bunch of 20-year-old fuckboys that'll fucking treat her poorly versus dating an older guy who's going to commit to her, who's going to be loyal, who's going to provide and protect. I'm trying to do the algebra here. It just seems like would be better for her.
Who's to say every older guy is like that and every 22-year-old man is like that?
I mean, within the example that I provided, there's certainly 20-year-old men that are happy to find commitment, and there's 30-year-old guys that just want a one-night stand. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you guys live in IV. Some of you live in IV or did live in Isla Vista. Do you live in Isla Vista? No? Wait, remind me. You guys go to...
Carpinteria.
Where do you guys go to school?
I'm not in college.
I guess I wasn't even listening.
Yeah, I went to SBCC for like a year, but then
so you guys are just working?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're from Santa Barbara then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet. 805, let's go. So, yeah, I was going to say, it's kind of tough, but like a lot of the complaints that women have that live here in Isla Vista, college town, UCSB, they can't find commitment. All the guys do is they just want to hook up. That's the common complaint I hear from women who go to UCSB who come on the show. And would it be so bad if instead of getting, just fucked once and then maybe that's what they want. Maybe they just want to fuck a guy once and then never talk to him again. Maybe.
Have you guys ever met like a 30-year-old man that like you guys seen as like a good, know, relation? That's why I've seen that before. Even one of my friends, she's way younger and she's dating like a 30-something-year-old. Man, I'm telling you right now, best relationship she's ever been in. He does everything for her, and she used to get fucked over a lot. And she's way younger than me, so I just know this from experience. So I see nothing wrong with dating an older guy, especially if he's more stable and like mature.
I don't see anything wrong with dating an older guy either.
But I mean, you're.
But it depends for me on how big that age gap is.
So 20 and 33 is too old?
You can offend me. That's fine.
I have a little sister. Would I want her as a 20-year-old to date a 33-year-old man? No.
So you would judge her based off of that?
I would judge her? No. I would give her advice and be like, you know what? I don't know if this is the smartest decision to make and to be in a relationship with a 33-year-old man. He has like an upper hand. He has more control. Although that is not always the case. I know that is not always the case. And personally, I do think I would enjoy dating somebody who is older because they are a little bit more mature and have more going for themselves.
I think that you literally just answered your own question. So why wouldn't it be okay for her to date that person? Like, imagine he's stable, he can take care of her, he can lead her into success, and you're over here thinking negative, and you don't even know the guy yet. And I'm not saying all men, and I'm not saying you're just exactly saying that, but you never know, you know. You have a negative thought about that.
I would say you're 20, you're really young. There's a lot of life to experience. And
what's the life she needs to experience?
Getting ran through.
Yeah, that's all I hear. Why? A lot of women
Getting
back then
ran through
used to settle down young.
Why can't you connect with people without having sex? Why can't you have
Why do that?
You just said,
but you can. That's why. That's why it's okay to be in a relationship.
So
while you're
I never said ran through.
that.
I'm asking her something completely different.
I know, but are you in a relationship right now?
No.
So are you ran through?
Nope, never.
Okay, so I don't understand. You guys are always saying if they're single, they're ran through. You guys act like the only reason why someone wants to be not in a relationship
is to
fuck random people.
It's the fact that she's saying just do whatever you want or just whatever. But if she has a guy who's stable for her, wants to be with her in the long run, because not everybody.
Being in a relationship,
can I finish, please?
Young is not everything.
In the long run, we all want to be married or want something like that. I just said not everybody, but you're not listening. So if that's the end goal, why not let her be married and be with somebody who might take care of her in the future instead of tainting it and having your mindset on something negative before you even know the person? That's just all I'm saying. You know, you can do whatever you want. It's your life.
I was just talking about your ran through comment. I wasn't even listening to the.
I didn't even say it. He did, and you're coming at me.
All right, let's move.
You after him.
I said yup. That's it.
You said ran through.
There's more. You're saying there's more to life. Can I ask you a question? You're saying there's more to life, but yet you can't answer what's more to life. What else?
I'm saying you don't have to be.
Just answer the question. What else is there more to life?
It depends on
there's
who
no marriage,
you're
no
dating.
kids, no nothing. What's more to life?
Hanging out with your friends, having
forever
your career.
until you're 40. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, some people are totally okay with that. Not everybody wants to be.
80-year-old grandma hanging out with your friends. Seriously?
Yeah, my grandma sees her friends every day, and she loves them, and she has her same friend group.
Do you think relationships are the end all be all of life?
Not everybody wants
the
to be
only
married.
point of life is to be in a relationship.
Okay, but see, we're different. I was raised by grandparents, so I believe in tradition.
Me too. I was raised by my grandparents, my Roman Catholic grandparents.
It doesn't seem like it. Sorry. So it doesn't seem like you even picked up any of their information that they told you. Sorry, but I'm just saying, like, everybody else has different things that they want for themselves.
Tell me that.
Most women want.
Wait, guys. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah,
guys.
I have to pee really bad too. Like I can't even.
I need to
get
home.
No. We'll do the super chats. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Go for it.
I think I'm so done. I'm getting a headache.
I know this question is annoying.
Okay.
Fluorescent lighting.
Troy Gabe, Canadian, $14. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. We have Truth Savant with the $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. We have David Drysdale. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate the support, man. Which is more attractive to y'all, if a guy can get other women or if a guy can't get any women? And is it attractive if you find out that your guy has visited a lot of strip clubs? Guys, we'll come back to that just once Keiko's back. We'll come back to your super chat. Gus, $10 super chat. Your money, career, status, and experience doesn't make a woman more sexier or attractive. That's what makes a man attractive. Attraction is not symmetrical. We want ambition to be a wife, mother, feminine, fit, young. And peace. We want peace. That's a big one. And also with the whole like career money thing, you brought that up before in terms of what a guy would have in common with someone who's a bit older. One of the reasons men don't, it doesn't really matter to us is because women don't really share their resources with the men the same way that men share their resources with women. Women rarely will spoil a guy, especially early on, the same way that a guy will spoil a girl.
I feel like it's unfair to make that assumption.
It's not unfair. Wait, unfair to make that assumption?
I think I know a lot of women who, if they have the means to, that they would.
And spoiling doesn't only have to be in like terms of money. You can be there, support your partner emotionally,
it's a
physically.
Love language too.
Like, it's just because a man is paying for all the dates.
We're talking about money, though. We're talking specifically about money.
Okay.
So I'm talking about spoiling someone.
I think it's just more.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think it's more common, I guess, for the man to be the one spoiling and having more money. But I mean, most of the time when I have met women who are financially able to, and they will if they can.
I've dated very successful women who make a lot of money. They don't even want to pay for the first date.
That's crazy. I used to pay for my ex-boyfriend, and looking back on this now, I don't think I should have done this. I think we should have gone 50-50. But I used to pay for our entire rent all our utility bills, everything
The
to help.
finesse.
And he went
The
and he
finesse.
was in nursing school. And I don't think that's like a good thing on me. I look back on that, I'm like, okay, you were stupid. But I'm just saying that I think that there are definitely women that do that to help a man
There are, but
achieve his dreams.
But most women, like, if they are supporting their guy, it's going to be like they won't do it long term. Maybe they'll like hold a guy down for a couple months,
I
but
can
like
see that.
they're going to start having contempt for their partner if they're holding it down like for a long period of time.
That's a fair. I think that's
And
a fair
look,
point.
some women are happy, are cool being the breadwinner, but most guys' experience, and I can tell you from my experience, most women are not offering on a date to pay the whole bill.
Yeah.
Whereas guys will do that shit all the fucking time.
That's just the stereotype, I feel like.
It's not a.
It's actually
it's
facts.
not a
There's even a
stereotype.
stat of the reason why divorces are ending because women make more money. They see their husbands as less than. So it's like, it's proven.
That's actually a good point. I think the stat is that so 50% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. That number rises to 90% if she's college educated and she's the breadwinner. So if she makes more money for some strange reason, they're more likely to initiate a divorce. But
Can I initiate a point from that might just go to that and you can continue?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, you go ahead.
Well, no, it's just the only thing I was going to end with is that the way I can dispel this idea that women don't share their resources with men in the same way that men do, or that women don't spoil their men the same way that men spoil women, is women. Keeko, who should pay on the first date?
Whoever's asking the person out.
That's not what you said last time you were on the show. You said men should pay.
I said no. It was actually on TikTok, so I just watched what I said, and I went to rewatch what you cut out, what I said too. Yes, we just watched it. I said, at first, I would not typically be paying. I probably will never be paying for a first date because I don't ever see myself pursuing somebody and asking them out on a first date.
Okay, so the man should pay.
I think whoever asks, some women like asking men out on a date. Then if a woman asks a man out on a date, says, hey, I fuck with you, I want to go get some coffee or go get some food, she better pay for it. That does happen, and I think she should pay for it.
Okay, let me counter that. So if a woman had the position of, I'm never going to approach a guy, I'll wait till guys approach me or initiate with me, she can find a partner. The majority of men, if they say, you know what, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to let a girl approach me, ask for my number, set up the date, take the lead, go for the first kiss, escalate things sexually, that man is a virgin for life. He will die a virgin.
Correct.
He will, unless he's exceptionally attractive, guys don't have the benefit of just waiting for women to come to them.
Correct, but this is what the society that men created. Y'all are the ones who set all these standards in place, not us. So match yourselves for that.
But it is naive to say that whoever pays should I'm butchering the whoever asks should pay. It's naive to say that that's how it ought to be, because it ignores the fact that in the vast majority of instances where somebody's asking someone out, it's going to be the guy asking the woman out. So you might as well just say men should pay.
Sucks. But only reason why I say whoever asks to pay is for those exceptions that we have. That's literally why, because there are exceptions. So yeah, I agree with you. 90% of the time, it will be the man paying.
Okay,
sorry,
well,
I don't know if they want to cry about it.
I'll tell you anecdotally, as someone who's probably gone over 100 first dates.
God damn.
One time a girl bought me a burrito. Every other time it was either split or I paid. Every other time I've gone on over, it's probably over 200 first dates, to be honest.
Well, guys want to be the provider, don't they?
It's like a red flag. Just kidding. I just can't. I love you, Brian. I love you.
Well, you know.
W's for Brian in the chat. W's for Brian.
I used to.
What's the percentage that got second dates?
Right.
I think that's the real question.
Have you seen those like TikToks where they went through all their first dates?
Yeah, it's too much.
But and my experience is the experience of most men. It's either split or the guy pays.
we're the trophy. Like, I don't know if you want me. Like, I agree with you. I don't
Actually,
know if you want to cry about it or not. But like, yes.
Are women the trophy though?
Yes, 100%.
Why?
Women are the trophy.
Why?
You get down on one knee and you propose to me to make me say yes. You go and buy me a pretty ring worth thousands of dollars and ask for my hand in marriage. I'm not asking for yours.
And that's why you should not get married, gentlemen. Don't get married. 50% divorce rate. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. And
Or get a prenup.
And they get thrown out all the time.
Yeah.
Prenups are not ironclad. They can get thrown out.
They'll tell you to be smart about it.
I was under duress. He forced me to sign it.
Facts.
Okay. I don't even know how did we get to all that. The career. Oh, I will come back to the super chat now that you're back. He was asking, what is more attractive to y'all, if a guy can get other women or if a guy can get if a guy can get other women or if a guy can't get any women, and is it attractive if you find out that your guy has visited a lot of strip clubs? Go ahead. Actually, Tay, let's start with you.
No, I don't like the strip club thing, and I'd rather him not get a lot of women than get too many women, because women always complain about men being around so many. So I prefer not to have that, because I can't deal with like a Drake or Chris Brown. Not my style at all.
Yeah, I don't really think that determines how attractive you are for me. I mean, I just kind of like what she was saying. I definitely would rather have you not get many women than get a lot of women. And the strip club thing, I mean, I don't like it, but I mean, if it's like a one night drunk out with your dudes, I mean, I think it's something that I could look past, but it's definitely not something I like. No.
What was the question?
Would you prefer your guy
to get a lot of girls,
get a lot of girls or not get a lot of girls?
I also agree. Like, that's not really my base. How I would base attraction. And I've been to a strip club, so.
Okay.
I would prefer it if my boyfriend didn't go to the strip club. I wouldn't even mind if he was a gamer 24/7, honestly. And
Nice.
yeah, I'd prefer it if he wasn't a man whore.
You want him to be a gamer?
He is a gamer.
Oh, he is a gamer?
And I don't even mind it now.
What's he play?
Everything. Right now it's the new Call of Duty.
Call of Duty? Is he watching right now?
No.
What's his name?
Maybe.
What's his name? Or actually, no. Sorry, don't.
Never mind. I'm not going to say.
Yeah. Actually, this kind of brings me back. Like, so would you guys date a gamer?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
I want to date a gamer. I'm going to become a gamer soon.
They're out of trouble.
I don't know. I've been there. I dated a gamer for almost 4 years, was engaged to him, and no,
I'm a gamer.
Genuinely took a lot of time away from me.
What do you play?
I mean, not anything like Black Ops or Warzone, but I like video games.
Animal Crossing?
I was going to say.
I like the Spider-Man game. I
Okay.
like the Transformers, Batman.
I think it depends on what a gamer
Mortal
is.
Kombat.
If you're gaming
Borderlands.
if you're gaming as a hobby, then no, it's really not that big of a deal. But if you're
What if that was his career though? Like, what if he was like a Twitch streamer like Aiden Ross or
But
something?
if he was really successful, yeah. But if
but it's only the money though? That's sad. But what if it's his hobby? That's sad. Only money?
if he has a job and that's his hobby, sure. But if he's trying to make it as a Twitcher and he's not going nowhere, doesn't have a job, I'd be a little bit.
Okay, I want to paint a picture for you guys here. Okay, so hold on, I gotta pull this up here.
Gaming as a hobby is cool.
Okay, so.
Leroy!
Oh fuck! I played the wrong one. All right, so would you date the following man? He's in the top North American hardcore rating guild in World of Warcraft Classic. He's got 4 level 60s. He's got a rogue main, warrior primary alt, and then the warlock and a mage. And he parses in the 99th percentile on Warcraft logs.
Oh, he's good.
He's a legend.
Yeah,
He's good. He's real good.
And like, I'm telling you, all pink parses, guys. All pink parses. Okay, his entire guild, full consumes, full world buffs, summoning alts all over the place, gamers.
Am I the only one that doesn't understand
What's going on?
Bro,
He's
Molten
talking
Core.
about World of Warcraft and how you build your player.
Molten Core. We full clear. He full clears that in like 30 minutes. BWL, Blackwing Layer, 30 minutes. He's got Scarab Lord.
Even the comments are like, what the fuck?
Yo, hold up. Hear me out. Okay. Hear me out. Okay. They have the world bosses on farm in his guild. Azurgos in Ashara on farm, Lord Kazakh in Blasted Lands, the Tainted Scar on farm, Nightmare Dragons 2. That's 4 locations spawning in one place.
This is not what I do. My brain 90% just went out the window.
Okay, world bosses though, 90% of the time, like he gets the tag and we kill it. We kill the world boss. And we have multiple rank 14 no-lifers, like PvP ranking.
You could stop giving me
He's doing this on purpose to make us all
like
just
it's
look
not
at
doing
him.
anything for me.
Get this. We level, sorry, not we. Like the guy, he's Horde. They're on Horde, right?
Is this your favorite game?
Don't worry about it.
It's like the most passionate I've seen you all stream.
Yeah, but like, okay.
Yeah.
But he's, when it comes to his DPS, guys, DPS, he's a pumper.
Yes.
He's a pumper with his DPS.
Goddamn.
For sure.
Pumper. Okay. And then get this. Like these guys, they grief too. Like, so they'll level up an Alliance Priest on the opposite faction and dispel their world buffs and shit. So like they're super competitive and yeah. By the way, like I want to ask you guys a question. What the fuck?
Land before time.
Yo, question, guys. For loot council, like for guild.
Oh my god.
Guys, pay attention. Pay attention, guys. For the loot council, for the guild, or sorry, not loot, excuse me.
What are we fucking talking about?
Wait, Kirara.
About his World of Warcraft character.
Try to keep up.
About his
Hold on.
Warcraft character
Guys.
For the past 5 minutes.
For the guild loot, what do you guys think is like the best guild loot system? Like, okay, you have loot council, DKP, EPGP, Suicide Kings, or Soft Reserve. Which one?
Suicide King, yeah.
Definitely
Okay.
DKP.
Oh my god.
DKP? I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
Suicide King.
All right, that's fair enough.
Sounds like Suicide Boys. I don't know.
Anything with that word?
Alerted.
And
No,
that's...
just kidding.
Hold on. And that's how men feel about women's careers. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I
I'm
knew
kidding.
there was gonna be
You
some
could have said like
kinda little
hobbies,
catch
not
in there.
careers.
Okay, I'm kidding. Okay, let me...
Would have been a little funnier.
Wait, Stifler's curious. Ask the ladies to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Go ahead, Kiara.
10.
Like 8.
10.
I would say like a 7 or 8 average.
I'm gonna say a 7.
Wait, so did you both say 10?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's why it's stuttering.
Stop the cap.
You couldn't even get the button to work.
I'm very slow with
Because
the
the
buttons
button knew it was
tonight.
cap. No, it's because everyone has their different opinions. What's a 10 to somebody is not a 10 to somebody else. Brian, you might be somebody's perfect 10. You might be somebody's 7. You might be somebody's 4. Who knows? I could be somebody's 10. I could be somebody's 7. I could be somebody's 4. But it feels, because the first podcast I came on, I said I was a 7. And I thought about when I got home, that just feels so stupid and wrong.
Wait, Carson, you can pull it up, Carson. Carson's really toxic. This is his this is Carson's favorited tab on Instagram.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not even worried.
So like
exactly.
Scroll down, keep
That's
scrolling,
perfect
Carson.
proof,
So like maybe some of these are 9s and 10s, right? Keep scrolling. Go ahead, Carson. Keep going.
Do all guys have
Is this
tab?
Monka TOS, by the way? Keep going.
I don't even
Just
know
keep
what's
going.
happening right now.
Keep
Yeah.
going down.
Everybody's on
Keep
Instagram.
going
Oh my
down.
God.
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling, Carson.
tab.
Go back up a little bit. That's who's that chick from Smallville? What's her name? Fuck.
She's a 10.
What's her fucking name?
I don't know her name, but she's a 10.
Oh, Kristen Kruick. That's a 10. Keep going.
Yes.
She's a babe. Okay.
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
fine.
So I mean,
a lot of those women are beautiful. Oh, I would think majority of those women I would consider a 10 too.
10 too.
But who am I to mark myself off points already? That's like, I feel like that's just introducing or allowing somebody to come in and just disrespect me even more. If I don't even see myself as a 10, because everyone has different preferences. But also, it was very ironic to me because you guys spent so much time on here talking about filters and editing when half of those photos, if not more, were heavily edited. And that's your 10s?
well, I
like,
mean, there's bikini photos.
Maybe that's why I never.
Some of them were. No.
Though I guarantee, Brian, I could literally see most of the lines curving on them bitches. I saw face app like a motherfucker on there. They all almost have face app on them. Half of those girls don't even look like that in person.
Yo, it's hard to find the proper 10s.
I'm not saying they're nothing. I'm not saying that they're wrong for that, but to use as an example with versus women sitting right in front of you versus some girls you've never seen in real life, you could be. I guess some of the celebrities there, sure. But all these women, you have no idea who they even are. Probably never even seen them moving besides a still photo.
And that's why y'all shouldn't be using filters on dating apps. That's what I'm trying to say.
I already agreed with
that's
that.
Why I've been arguing. That's
We
why I've
literally
been
all agreed with you with that statement.
Okay, let's get to the next super chat. Let's get through these super chats. We gotta get through the super chats, and then we're gonna.
I don't use filters. So.
Yo, guys, get your super chats in because once we're done, we're gonna probably wrap up. So, yo, Friesen, thank you for the $20 super chat. Keeko obviously doesn't know Tay. Tay naturally has a deeper voice. Her tone of voice is only rude when she says something that the world doesn't agree with. Once again, love you so much. Tay.
Is my voice not deep? I have a pretty fucking deep voice too. It's a tone of voice. It's fine. We both had attitude towards each other. It's a debate. Things get heated, but okay. I don't think that she has a deep voice. Sure, but
because you were saying I was rude. If you read it,
because you were being. No,
I'm telling you,
you were being rude.
Bro, it's a debate. I have no issue with you. I think you're beautiful. It's a debate. I do this for a living, but you said I was rude. That's why he's saying that.
Because you were rude in that moment.
No,
yes,
I could be honest.
Your tone of voice was quite rude.
But you don't know me.
That's your opinion. That's
my opinion.
You
don't know
me
me though.
I don't give a fuck if I know you.
See, look,
you were being rude in that moment.
Look at you.
That's fine.
You're
but like,
very
see how you're pointing and all stuff like that.
You're very disrespectful.
You're very disrespectful too when you were
I'm
saying to me
literally
earlier.
just explaining
You got a little mad earlier.
Look how mad you're getting.
You got a little mad earlier, and you had a tone of voice with me that was rude.
I'm not mad at all. I'm telling you,
and my tone of voice was rude back. No one's mad.
You've been rude this whole time.
Okay.
Stop it.
You act like a child.
Get some help.
See, and then here, I've never said anything about your character or anything, and you're the only one commenting on mine.
Wait.
Like, that's like, it was so crazy.
Let me just. Let me. Oh God.
Like, and listen, but I'm the rude one. You just told me to shut up in another language.
Be quiet.
Like,
let's just everyone. Let's just keep it.
No, I'm fine, but it's just like, don't act like you're some cool, calm, and collected person when you're far from it.
Trust me, if I was screaming and getting up and wild, you would know when I'm getting like that. And I'm not far. Like, I'm not even close to being upset. This is what I do for a living, baby. It's a debate. Calm down.
I don't give a fuck if you're upset. I'm just saying your tone of voice can be rude sometimes.
Guys.
Tell me to shut up.
Hold on. Guys,
it's a debate, girl.
No, but you're gonna tell me to shut up. That's what you're not gonna start doing.
That means be quiet.
Guys.
Are those not synonyms?
Please be quiet.
Okay, how about you shut the fuck up?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can go there too.
Wait.
Cállate, por favor, cállate.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Keeko.
I don't care. I'm not embarrassed
both of you.
at all.
Hold on.
At all.
Yo, both of you. Let me do the super chats, and then you guys can
go. Finally,
you guys can hold on. You guys can kiss after the show, okay?
Hell no.
Right. Already
Okay,
at this point.
guys, hold on.
Going,
Yo, Quiznos with the $20 super chat. No accountability. They are gatekeepers of sex, and they can't even take accountability for their own choice. Word? Are we talking about body count? Yeah. Quiznos, thank you for the big $20 super chat, man. Appreciate it. Let's see. We have Hector Navarez. Thank you for the $10 super chat. My father is 67. Mother is 53. I'm 29. Oldest sister is 35. Both Mexican. I think if you grew up and lived elsewhere other than the U.S., you wouldn't have the same mindset on what constitutes a schmido.
What's that?
Pedophile.
Oh, God. P word. Let's use P word. Sharky, thank you for the $10 super chat. If your mom raised you to identify good men versus predators, the benefits of dating an older man are massive. If your mom didn't train you and you fall for the predator, well, then you turn bitter like Keeko. Do you want to say something back to Sharky?
No. I'm like so ready to go.
Roast? A little roast?
I'm
little roast?
over this conversation.
Frankie K with the $20 super chat. Shaving down there is just being considerate these days. Also, when you're 34 and you've got dozens and dozens of notches on your belt, what kind of man do you want to wife you? Promiscuity devalues you in the dating pool. Nah, I mean. Word. Thank you, Frankie. Dude, really appreciate the support, man. Big $20 super chat. You're a legend. Jordan, thank you for the $10 super chat. Keeko, didn't you sell your childhood shoes to an older man? Day, why is hygiene preferences P word? Men don't want women with a lot of experience because lower chance of pair bonding and combativeness. Yeah. Word. Okay. They don't have anything to say, but Jordan, thank you for the $10 super chat. EP, thank you for the $10 super chat. Can Keeko blow an O off the vape? All right, can you do that?
I can't do O's.
You don't? Okay.
No. And
right.
Are we allowed to vape in here all of a sudden?
If you do the
only if I have tricks.
if you have tricks,
you can vape in here.
Only if you can do tricks. I'm sorry.
Right?
Only if you can do tricks, you know.
Okay. Circus monkey, Mike.
No strings attached TV. Thank you for the Canadian $10. The Kiki, what? Her name's Keeko, guys. Okay. Does not know any conservative men. Chase was saying some basic conservative things last time, and she was so triggered she left.
I do know many conservative men. I think, honestly, at this point in my life, I probably know more conservative men than liberal men. and I'm quite close to them, hang out with them almost daily. Spent actually all morning helping me move into my place today. Spent all yesterday with them, all day before. Anyways.
Wait, a conservative guys helped you move?
Yeah, helped me move into my apartment. They're like my closest friends, I would say, are lean more conservative these days. Because I'm aware that we will have disagreements on things. I just put my foot down with certain things, like with Chase. He was saying that a trans woman is a man, period, right? If that's his opinion, that is totally fine if that's his opinion. If he doesn't want to date a trans man or a trans woman, that's his prerogative. I'm not going to say he has to. Everyone has their preferences. I just don't like when you try to make your views as fact, because that's where I lay an issue, because he kept saying, no, this is true, this is fact, and it's not. It's quite clear that you and Chase control most of the narrative on this podcast. So no, I did not want to be a part of something that was saying that trans people are stuck at what the gender they were born as, because I don't believe that. We have two different opinions. There's different opinions on it. Don't make yours seem fact.
Well,
That's
I mean, he was saying that he doesn't view it from a lens of gender. He views it from a lens of sex. And someone who is a transgender woman is biologically male. So he views it when it comes to...
He wasn't saying that, though. When we were talking about it, before I gave him a second before I left, because I wanted him to get off his chest. Actually, the main reason why I left is because he told me to make him do something or whatever, and I was like, okay, this is getting too much, let me just leave. That's not what he was saying. The original question that got popped up was, it asked Chase, would you date a trans woman? And he said, fuck no. That's a man. That's forever going to be a man. That's only a man. That's his opinion, and he kept saying that that's fact. How are you going to tell me that people like Nikita Dragon...
That is a fact, though. Nikita Dragon was put in a male's prison. Why?
That never actually happened. It was all rumored. It was possible that it could happen. The judge said, I can't help you if it does, but it never did.
Before we have a heated...
She came out and said she was never placed in a man's prison.
But before we have a heated conversation on this, why don't we save it till the end of the show?
No, I'm not having this conversation because I'm not debating. Is there a single trans person sitting at this table? No. So why are we debating something that no one here can stand up for themselves and state their opinion? We have no business debating that. Just like I wouldn't debate, I don't think anyone here is Asian, right? So I wouldn't debate Asian rights right now. We debated man versus woman and those things because that affects us all directly.
Well, I think,
and we are part of it.
Well, I mean,
debate for a reason,
but I think on the topic of the
you
Asian,
can still not be a dick and during debate though. Like
on the so like for example, you said there's no Asian people here. I mean, I could say for example that I think it's unfair that Asian people are discriminated against when it comes to college and what's it called? They have to score higher on the SATs in order, as compared to other races. I'm butchering this, but
what's your point though?
What's that?
What's your point though?
Well, I'm not Asian. There's no Asian people here, but I'm happy to say that I'm more than happy to discuss that Asian people are discriminated against when it comes to college enrollment.
Okay, but it's debate, right? So somebody here is supposed to disagree with you. We're supposed to go back and forth.
They don't have to.
But then it's not a debate. If we all just sit here and agree and la-li-la-li-da, then we're not debating anything.
We can have a conversation about ways in which people that are not present
But the thing, we're mostly here, we're debating. We're not just having some cordial little conversations. We're here to debate back and forth. Like she just said, it's a debate. Yeah. So I don't want to debate things that nobody, I'm not saying I have to be a part of it, but if not a single person at the table can fit that category, then no, I don't think we have any business discussing those matters.
Well, I mean, I think you can have conversations and debate things where there's not like someone who has a
like I wouldn't
vested interest in.
Nobody wants to watch
debated.
a group of all white people debating about black rights and what they're doing. Nobody wants to fucking see that. Sorry, I don't. I know that. At least I don't want to see that. Because what do you know about the black experience or the things going into that? Maybe if there's a couple black people and a few white people all debating, who knows what side they're on? That's totally fun because they're there to defend themselves. But I'm letting you know. I will walk out of here.
You'd be a great debate person because you're a part of the LGBTQ community.
I am. I'm gay, but I'm not trans.
Them too. Like
I'm gay. I'm not trans. That's two very different things.
And you could still debate it. It's not that serious.
Whether someone would want to.
It is that serious. This is people's lives and it's people's livelihood. What do you mean? This podcast gets thousands and thousands and thousands of views.
Yes, and we're debating.
This could be life-ending careers. You guys sitting up here and saying all this bullshit.
I mean, I think it's okay to have an opinion. I mean, if people are spewing a bunch of hateful shit, then that's annoying. But even though none of us fall into that category here, I wouldn't see a problem with the topic going to that and talking about it.
He wasn't saying it was his opinion. He was saying this is straight up facts. This is never changing. This is not my opinion. This is how it goes. And then he started saying hate words and hateful things. That's why I left. because I didn't sit right with me. We know nowadays we're not stupid. Anyone can get canceled nowadays. This podcast is starting to go viral on TikTok. All it takes is one little clip of you saying some transphobic remark, and here you are, never getting hired in California again. Like, and I'm not saying that that's my prerogative for what I'm doing. It's because I do truly believe those things, but I can't believe how no one takes that into consideration sometimes during these little podcasts.
Well, Chase isn't here to defend himself, but I think you did slightly misquote what precisely he said, and I don't recall it verbatim, but I believe he said something along the lines of he would view it. He's not gay. He views it as gay. I think that was the thing.
That's exactly what pissed me off. He said, no, if you sleep, if you're a straight man and you sleep with a trans woman, that's gay. You're now a gay man. That is your opinion. That is not fact. That's what pissed me off. I'm so glad you said that. I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
I want to make this comment. I'm making this comment in good faith. I don't want to stick on this conversation too long, but I'm curious. So if a straight guy sucks the dick of a transgender woman, I'm curious, transgender woman, is he still straight? Because I don't know the rules. I don't know the rules. I'm just asking.
Whatever he sexually identifies himself as, yes, because I don't choose people's sexual identities.
So it's
I know multiple. Is it not gay for a man to have his dick sitting out there while having a double man threesome with another woman? Is it not weird for their dicks to be touching a little bit and them staring and having sex with a naked man next to them, but they're still straight? I mean, it's sex.
The devil's threesome is...
Sex isn't black and white. Like, there's ins and outs of it. Just because you have one experience doesn't change your whole sexuality forever. That's why I'm saying it's his opinion and it's not black and white. And it was wrong for him to state that as a fact. If he sleeps with a gay woman, or if he sleeps with a trans woman, that will make him gay, that's his opinion. That's his prerogative. But to say, whatever, I can't pronounce the word. But to say that that's fact is just wrong to me.
I'll give you the final word on that. We're going to move on. All right. Let's see. We have, did we do this one? Joel Taggart, $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Scientific fact that women in their early 20s are more emotionally immature than men of the same age. Hence why younger women are attracted to older men when wanting something serious and stable. Okay. Joel Taggart, thank you for the $10 super chat. Max with the $10 super chat. Emotional damage has also been proven to stunt the growth of the prefrontal cortex. Sorry, Keeko. No dating for you until you're healed by a licensed therapist. Do you want to say anything back or no? Okay. We have Oni Nofro with the Canadian $10 super chat. How does the older guy have the upper hand when it is women who initiate divorce over 80% of the time, resulting in the men losing accumulated resources, representing the results of work? Explain. I think that was maybe you who said the thing about the upper hand, Day.
We're both ready to go home.
I think we're all ready.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just stick through the super chats here. All right, we have Praxis here with the $10 super chat. Keeko and Day, you can't manipulate someone unless they're incapacitated or disabled. Are you two saying that younger women are mentally disabled? That's misogyny.
That's a stupid ass fucking way of thinking. If you think people can only be manipulated if they're incapacitated or disabled, you're actually slow. Sorry.
Couldn't you make the argument that women manipulate men more than men manipulate women?
Maybe.
Because
there's way. That's why it doesn't happen to just incapacitated or disabled, because it happens on both sides.
Yeah, no, it happens
all the time.
I mean, I disagree with that. The term manipulate, I disagree with the incapacitated or disabled thing. But I mean, when it comes to finessing, women finesse men way more than men are finessing women. When men finesse women, they make Netflix documentaries about it, a la the Tinder swindler.
Yeah.
Whereas women are out here finessing dinner dates.
That's honestly a pretty good. That's a good point, though.
The Tinder swindler was crazy, though.
That was
insane. It is pretty crazy.
Even if a girl did that, I would have been like, damn, like.
That's what divorce is. That's what divorce is.
Yeah.
The ultimate finesse. Okay, Crispy. Yeah. Well, okay.
They weren't ever married.
We were married.
Any of them.
But divorce is a finesse. Okay, we were married for 5 years. Dr. Dre. I was married to Dr. Dre. I want $300,000 a month in spousal support. Okay, lady. We got Crispy Kim with the $10 super chat to the girl that asked if relationships are the end all be all to life. Yes, they are. You can have all the money in the world, but you will be miserable without strong relationships in the long run.
I meant a relationship with a partner. I think your relationships with your family and your friends are just as important.
By the way, we do have an Asian person because that's Crispy Kim. He's been on the show, by the way. What's up, Crispy? Good to see you, man. Yeah, anyways. Yo, Oni Nofro, thank you for the Canadian $10. It's simple. Who buys the other more gifts? Who is expected to pay for the dates? Who is expected to ask for marriage, accept responsibility in perpetuity? Girls have a hard time cooking a... What was that noise? I don't know. Girls have a hard time cooking a plate. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, man. Jacob Schroeder with the $10 super chat. Does Keeko think we forgot about the LOL? But yeah, this panel thinks female promiscuity is nice until it comes to admitting their body count to a potential significant other. I mean, we didn't ask that. Is that, do you guys?
We talked about that. I feel like if they, I don't know, it's tricky. I mean, I feel like if they ask and you guys are far enough, and I don't really see the big problem in giving out your body count. I think if they're asking on the first date, it's kind of just like, why is that the first thing that you're curious about? But I don't think it's the worst thing to ask.
Okay. Should we do body count? You want to do body count?
Sure, 5.
Oh.
On the spot.
Questionable.
15.
Damn, girl.
15? Okay.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
1.
Oh. 1, okay.
Oh.
4. 4.
14?
4.
4?
No,
okay.
definitely 4.
I'm a virgin.
Come on, bruv. Come on.
I'm a virgin.
Come on, Keeko.
It's already out there. I've said it on the
Multiplied
last
by
2.
3, and that's the real number.
All right.
So my body count's 3.
Yo, Joel. Yo,
Or 0,
Jill. Jill Steven.
Yeah.
With the, I wanted to ask you on one of the previous shows. You said that you had some bartender female friends that were like in the hundreds or something.
Yeah, for sure. Not bartender female friends, but just friends in general.
Oh, so like some guys too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys for sure. I mean, I've known guys.
Sure.
I've known guys in the 100 since we were 19 in our teens. But I mean,
Yeah.
since I've come the past few years, I've definitely met women with pretty high body counts. Yeah.
What's the highest, if you know?
The ones that don't know anymore, they would probably assume it's around like
over
200 or
really?
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone here like have a friend that you know has the highest body count?
I know a
like
few
that
people,
she's admitted.
I know a few people who have given me numbers in like the 50s and 60s, but I haven't heard something more than like 100.
Okay.
And I'm talking women friends, not guys.
What about you? Anything?
Probably
Same
her.
thing. Oh,
She
her.
is the friend.
That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
Jordan.
She's the
Sorry.
Yo.
I love you.
Hey, at least she's honest. You know what? I have an honest friend right here, and that's all I can ask for.
Shots
Like
fired.
I'm not embarrassed about it either. Like that's like I don't think that it's the best thing that I've done that, but it's
I don't have that many friends either, so.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Also, my friends were like in their 30s and stuff. So I mean, as time goes, I guess. But
Still pretty. Oh, 100 is pretty high.
It's pretty crazy.
Yo, we got Jill Steven with the 1600 yen. Konnichiwa. Thank you. Jacob Schroeder, thank you for the $10 super chat. Women complain about men built societal structures, yet they enforce the 6 foot, 6-figure rule. Don't forget the 6-inch rule. Okay. Yo, Gus, thank you for the $10 super chat. The saddest demographic of people in Western countries is 42 plus your women making 50K plus no kids family. If studies say otherwise, that's because 1/4 of women take antidepressants. Menopause equals 0 eggs, 100 times more emotional. All right, that's a lot of that's a lot of numbers there. Thank you, man. Oni Fro with the Canadian $10 super chat. The hypergamy of these girls is unreal, and they can't even admit it to their motivations. So much hypocrisy, barring Tay. It's sad but predictable. Okay, the token Asian $10 super chat. If Asian men are at the bottom of the sexual marketplace, but when it comes to money, they are at the top, and most women are looking for money, what keeps Asian men at the bottom, which I think is cap BTS for the win. Okay. Are you asking the girls this?
what's SM? Social?
Oh, sexual marketplace.
I find Asian guys attractive, but I don't think Asian guys like black girls, do they? I never really see them with like black women, and they don't look at me at least. It's usually white boys and Mexican boys that look at me. A lot of black boys.
What I've noticed, at least, the black women they do go for is not like
they look
very
a
clean
certain,
cut,
there you
preppy.
go.
Like that's the type that they usually go for. But I haven't seen an influx in it, and they're always so cute. Like when I see Asian men, I love Asian men. I was actually very upset last time I stepped away to the bathroom when a question like this got brought up. And then I guess people at the table were all saying they're not attracted to Asian men, and I was not there. And then you guys just lumped me into that when I would absolutely never say that. Like, and I was very offended, actually. I watched it later.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
yeah.
I just
meant to get that off my chest.
I'd like
for
to
them,
take
especially.
this chance to apologize.
Yeah, please. I never said
Absolutely nobody.
I can't do a single push-up.
All right, we have Alex Mack with the $10 super chat. Nobody liked this chick bottom right, not the chat nor anyone on the table. I'll say it. No, wait, what were you just doing?
Shimmy.
Hold on. Wait, go ahead. All right.
Tell me more.
Hat trick.
Tell me more.
Hat trick. Hat trick.
Tell me more.
Yo, we got No Strings Attached TV. Thanks for Canadian $10 super chat, man. Appreciate it.
I want to say something, but I feel like you don't want me to say it.
Let me just get through the super chats.
Okay.
The fact, wait, I don't want you to say it?
Yeah.
I
don't know if I'm allowed to say it.
What, can you give me a hint?
All I'm going to say.
Can you give me a hint?
I feel like I did a job well done tonight.
Okay. All right.
For these fucking amount of, you've probably made about, I don't even know how much money on them just sitting in super chats to comment my name in it.
Oh, shit. That reminds me. Carson, did someone become a member? I forgot to tell you about that. Did you ever see a green?
I did not.
Okay, because if you do see, I forgot to tell you that. It's probably you're not going to be able to find it. Just Carson, if you ever see like someone became a member and you can star any green things in StreamYard. Guys, sorry if I missed it. But if you did become a member, thank you for the support, guys. Appreciate it. All right. No Strings Attached TV. The fact that women all around the world were shocked that Andrew Tate message was so relatable to men just shows how men lie. Just shows how men just lie to women to get laid. Yeah, men will say what women want to hear to get laid. No Strings Attached TV. Thank you, bro. Bro, Keeko, you don't know any conservative men. You're so far left that Brian looks like pro-Trump to you. I'm like center left, you know? I mean, I don't know. But it's interesting that you got conservative men to help you move and not liberal
And
men.
that's my friends. I don't have any liberal men friends right now.
Okay.
Maybe if I did, I would have called them.
Yo, Calvin Hamilton with the $10 super chat. Keiko's showing the world what kind of woman men don't
I think
want.
they're obsessed with you.
I want to check.
I think they love you. You're
Yeah,
probably
They
gonna,
really do like you.
They like are in my DMs hard too. Like
Probably.
not good for not good reasons. Let me clarify.
Tay gives me so much hope that real intellectual women do exist. She has a new fan here. Can we bring her back on the show? Brian, I mean, Tay, I'll leave that up to you. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down.
You down? Yeah, you're in Vegas, right?
I know, so I'm gonna have to come back down.
Yeah, well, next time you're in Cali, we'll get you back on. Gus, $10 super chat. It's scientific fact that a man cannot be a woman. Intersax. Is that like a saxophone? An intersax. It's like a trombone, part clarinet. What the fuck? Is less than 1% of the population. There's empirical data, statistics that allow us to talk about issues in other communities. All right, and we have Raguman with the $10 super chat. Any more makeup, Keeko? Okay.
Literally.
Take it out on that cup. Take it out on that cup.
I really need my nicotine stick.
Your what?
My Nick stick.
Oh, okay. So, I'm sorry. Did someone want to come in on something? I didn't. Okay. So that's all the super chat, guys. Carson, can you pull up the Twitch really quick? Let me shout them out. I have one final question, and then we're gonna wrap. Yo, Rose, thank you for the follow. Nashawn, thank you for the follow. Zinks, thank you for the follow. Frids, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate it. And Rubius, thank you for the 2 bits. Much appreciated, man. Okay, so final question. Do you think it's... Hold on, actually, wait one second. Actually, before I do that, I want to open it up to you guys. If any of you have a final thought or something that you want to get off your chest, dating related or a final thought, open it up to you, and then we'll do my question, and then we'll wrap. Go ahead. Anybody?
I'm just happy. honestly, every time I come on here and everyone in the comments disagrees with me, because I want to be nothing like majority of the people who watch this podcast. So it just affirms me that I'm going in the right direction in my beliefs and who I am as a person, for the fact that they think they don't agree with me. I'm like, then I must be doing something right, because these are not the type of men that I want to be agreeing with me or on my side. So honestly, it's very, I don't give myself a pat on the back, honestly.
Do you think that there's any truth to what they're saying, or do you think they're just trying to be
I'm sure
mean?
I could definitely miss the head on some of my opinions. I'm not saying my opinions are fact and always correct, but I do think hard on a lot of my opinions, and that's why I stand on them. Sometimes they might have a point. Sure. Okay. I'm not saying they're always 100% wrong, but overarching, we believe in very different things.
Okay, gotcha. Question. So here's the final question. Do you guys wish that men were more straightforward, and do you think it's easy to get women as a guy?
I believe men are already straightforward.
Actually, let me
just
start with, and we'll go around this way. Go ahead.
No, I don't need men to be any more direct than they already are. I think they're doing just fine with that. What was the second part of the question?
Do you think it's easy for men to get women?
I would say it depends. I would say not all over the whole world, no. But I know there's towns, like the town we live in, of Isla Vista or Santa Barbara, where I know plenty of women who would go home with any man they met from the club that night or a party in IB. I saw many of my friends like fuck a different girl every night. They didn't care what number they were on the list. So I would say it depends what kind of man you are. Like, yeah. But also if you're like, you know, you gotta date in your realm, stay in your realm, stay in your league. But like here, no. Maybe in LA, maybe not. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it is difficult for a guy to get a girl most times, just because, you know, they've got standards. We've got standards. And what was the other part?
Do you wish guys were more straightforward?
No.
Okay.
No.
I feel that guys are already pretty straightforward, and I don't know. I can't really say. I'm not a man. I don't know.
Okay, well, let me reframe it. When it comes to getting laid, is it easier for men or women to get laid?
I think it might be easier for women.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that they need to be more straightforward on every aspect, but I think for the most part they are pretty straightforward. I think there's a couple things, but some people have a problem with honesty. Sure. So that can be difficult. And then I would say if it's easy to get women, it really just depends. Like she was saying, if you're out at the club all the time, yeah, it's going to be probably pretty easy. But I think it really depends on a lot of different factors.
Kiki? Oh, I got you. Well, I'm sorry. I got you two mixed up. And then Tay.
So I agree with what they're saying. Like, I think it depends on how the man looks as well too. But it is hard for a man to date in general. But to get laid, I think it's women. Women can get laid easier than a guy can.
Sure. Okay, we're going late, so we're gonna wrap there. Yo, no strings attached. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Keeko has to come back with Chase, please. I don't know if she wants to do that. Mango King with the $10 super, or do you? I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I'm fine with going on Chase. I just don't want to debate religion anymore. I think that's a stupid topic to debate. Let people believe what they want to believe.
I think it was Hensley that didn't want to come back on with Chase.
Yeah,
Mango King with the $10 super chat. My previous super chat did not get read. I was agreeing with Keeko. Men would date younger girls. Look at our grand or great grandparents. Men 24 dating 14-year girls.
Look at Epstein
Men would date younger girls. Look at our great. Sorry that we missed it. I'm wondering. Yo, Mango King, is it cool if I snag it next show? I mean, or actually, let me. Fuck. Did you miss it? You think, Carson? I don't remember seeing another one from Mango King, so I don't know. Yo, Mango, let me just look real quick. My bad, bro. We got like over 70 super chats tonight, so there's a lot. Let me get it next show, my guy. Anyways, we are going to. Oh, okay. Pull it up real quick. Gus, thank you for the $10 super chat. She hooks up with these types of men that think like the chat does, and notice how hard it is to talk about the truth in California. Feminism is damaging these poor women. Okay, we'll leave it there. All right, Gus, thank you for this super chat, man. Appreciate it. So, guys, Thank you for tuning in tonight. You could have been doing anything else, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Thanks to everyone who super chatted and supports the show. If I missed any of you guys' super chats, just shoot me a DM. I'll get it. I'll read it on the next show. My bad, guys. I really appreciate you. I hope I can start breaking even soon. We're close. I think we're going to break even soon. But yeah, thanks to everyone who supported the show. Really appreciate it. Been in the red on this podcast for a while, so appreciate it, guys. Thanks to all our chat mods, Zach, Candace, Nemesis, Urumeshi. Thank you, guys. Thanks to top producer Carson there. That was his first time. Can we get some W's in the chat for Carson? That was his first time running the show. Eric's still on the team, but he couldn't make it today. Guys, big thank you to the panel. Thank you, guys. I know we went a little late. Thank you all for coming. Had a very fun, lively debate. Much appreciated. Guys, we'll be live again Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Once again, we're switching to Sunday, Tuesday. So yeah, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Anyways, guys, we'll see you next time. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you soon. See you guys.